Good evening, football fans, and we welcome you to Edgar for this Level 2 matchup, as it is the Edgar Wildcats against the Iola-Scandinavia Thunderbirds. My name is Mike Lement. I am joined by Steve Maves on this Thursday night football matchup. No, this is not the NFL. This is better. This is two undefeated WIAA teams, one of the top teams that would have been traditionally in Division 6 in Iola-Scandinavia, and of course the longtime juggernaut in Division 7 in the Edgar Wildcats. Both teams coming off convincing wins last week in their first matchups. Edgar taking care of Pacelli 41-0, and Iola taking care of Hurley 35-6, and really neither of those games were in doubt at halftime. And I was talking to Edgar last week, some of the coaches, they said they wanted to face an undefeated team. They got it.
Yep.
And here we go. This is a game that could have happened in Madison, and I cannot wait for this game to kick off.
Yeah, this is going to be the matchup of the year, obviously, especially in this level, the lower levels of WIAA football. It's just going to be a phenomenal matchup. As you mentioned, two undefeated teams. Edgar feels like they should have been down to Madison this morning, and rightfully so. No Blackhawk Warren in Division 6 or 7, but this is going to be a great matchup. Iola-Scandinavia, tough year last year, obviously, with injuries and all that stuff, but right back with it. Scott Erickson's got his boys playing as well as they have over the last handful of years, obviously winning state in 2018. But this is going to be a matchup for the ages. Just happy to be here with you and Trevor, and this is going to be one heck of a matchup.
Well, absolutely. And you talk about Edgar was hoping to play in Madison this morning. I was probably hoping to play right after them in Madison as well on Camp Randall's Field. But these two teams, again, buoyed by the rushing attack.
Yeah.
When you look at Iola, their top two runners, Prahl and Hardell, have combined for 40 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's number 2 and 3. Prahl is number 2. Hardell is tied for 3rd in rushing touchdowns in the state, all divisions. One of those guys who he's tied with for 3rd is Kyle Brewster of Edgar, who also has 19. Him and Austin Dahlke have 31 combined, so 71 touchdowns on the ground between 4 players on the field tonight.
Well, and
they both play both ways.
Yeah, and that just goes to show you why these two teams. Edgar averages 43 points a game. Iola-Scandinavia just under 48 points a game, and they get it done on the ground. Iola had one game where they gave up quite a few points against Pacelli, but that's been it. And their defense has been as good as it gets, only giving up 66 points all year long. It's going to be a great matchup, and as mentioned, the weather tonight, perfect. No wind, if there is, very light. And we saw both quarterbacks during the warm-ups letting it rip. And so if it happens to be a shootout through the air, watch for both teams, especially Parker Prahl from Iola, who's got a couple of good receivers and can let it rip as well.
And you talk about Iola only giving up 66 points. Look at Edgar.
Yeah.
I think if my math was right, it's 33.
33, yep.
They have not allowed more than 8 points in a game this year, and that was back against Athens, who Trevor and I have seen also earlier when they played Pacelli. Athens is a decent team, but they're the highest scoring team against Edgar this season.
Yeah.
That was back in September.
Yeah.
It was 8, 7, 0, 6, 0, 6, 6, and 0.
Yeah.
That's been their scoring defense, and again, keyed by Austin Dahlke.
Yep.
Dahlke, one of the finalists, you got to think probably the favorite for the John Anderson Award, which is the top senior linebacker in the state.
Yeah.
He leads the state in tackles for loss with 23, in sacks with 12. He's forced 4 fumbles, recovered 3, and has got 3 interceptions. And last week when they played Pacelli, he lived. He did not fall for any fakes, any option plays. He just went after the ball, and he made life difficult for Bryson Cashin running the ball. And there was a couple plays where he almost beat the handoff. He had 4 sacks. He had another 4 tackles for loss. He was just dominant in every facet of the game last week. And Iola is going to have to work on it because they have Hardell, who's the hammer. You have the speed guy of Prahl. But if Dahlke doesn't fall for any of their fakes, it could be rough.
Yeah, and that goes to show how smart Austin is. Being a starter the last handful of years, being down to Madison the last 2 years, and just a fantastic student of the game is Austin Dahlke, and that goes to show why he's gotten so many college offers. And if you follow his social media, especially on Twitter, he posts every time he gets an offer, and it just lights up every week. And it's going to be a heck of a matchup to see the middle linebacker of Austin Dahlke and the running back of Bry Hardell.
And then both ways, because Hardell's going to be the linebacker guarding Dahlke, the running back. This is going to be an incredible as they're going to announce the lineups for the anthem. So we will do the same. So we'll start with the lineups. We'll start with Iola-Scandinavia on the road. Iola-Scandinavia comes in at 8-0. They win 7-0 to win the CWC Small with ease this year. So the starting offense for Iola-Scandinavia. At quarterback, a junior wearing number 4 is Parker Prawl. At running back, a senior wearing number 32 is Bry Hardell. Another running back, a senior wearing number 22 is Kyle Heisey. Their wide receivers will be number 2, senior Ryan Finch, and number 85, Caden Judds, who is also junior, and number 3, senior Marcus Jaworski. And on the offensive line for Iola-Scandinavia will be senior Parker Draft. He's wearing number 54, sophomore Will Tappa wearing number 55, junior number 64 Brock Moon, sophomore Braden Lewison number 66, and number 70 Keith Fenn, who is a senior. And, of course, Iola in their road white uniforms, black pants, black numbers, and orange helmets under head coach Scotty Erickson, who's been around for a very long time at Iola. And for Edgar, wearing their road green uniforms and the green helmets with the yellow striping and white numbers under longtime head coach Jerry Sins. With their defense on the defensive line, a junior wearing number 22, Aiden Weisenberger. Also on the defensive line, number 44, a senior, Braden Baumgartner. At defensive line, a senior, number 50, R.J. Knetter.
Number 22.
Also on the defensive line, a senior, number 63, Corbin Bauman. In the linebacking core, a senior wearing number 5, Austin Dahlke. Also in linebacker, a junior, number 11, Madison Butt. And at linebacker, a senior, number 65, Brady Lemmer. In the secondary for the Edgar Wildcats, a junior, number 9, Ashton Schuett. And number 13, senior Connor Wolf. Also in the secondary is senior number 18, Drew Gooden, and senior number 23, Kyle Brewster. So again, for the Edgar defense, their defensive line is going to be Weisenberger, Baumgartner, Knetter, and Bauman. The linebacker core, Dahlke, Butt, and Lemmer. The secondary, Schuett, Wolf, Gooden, and Brewster. Brewster, of course, also a finalist for the Elway Crazy Legs Hirsch Award for Best Senior Running Back in the state.
Yeah, and just watching some highlights from state last year from Edgar, a time that Kyle wishes that he could have down in Madison, dropping a touchdown pass late in that game, which then resulted in a turnover on downs. And then Blackhawk Warren obviously went on to win 6-0. But a way that the Wildcats have come out this year dominating teams and knowing that they aren't going to have the opportunity to win a state championship. And I can only imagine that obviously with this, this is the last game of the year, win, lose, or draw. And being state championship day, they got to – and obviously, Coach Sins knows and has his boys prepared that it is going to be a state championship atmosphere, and the hype for this game is going to be that way as well.
Well, absolutely. That goes for both teams. Because I think both teams probably expected to be in Madison this morning or this afternoon. It would have been 11-1, or 10-1, I should say, for those games as they announced they're announcing the starting offense for Edgar. But when you look at this team, look at this Edgar team. I cannot think of a time when they were not in level 4, going back to even when I was in high school 11 years ago. It was always Edgar every single year. Edgar and Stratford for the conference championship every year. Edgar was always the favorite in D7. Iola had up and down years, but you knew Coach Sins was always going to have his guys ready to play. And you got to expect tonight's going to be, like I said, absolutely no different. Especially these seniors, guys like Dahlke and Brewster. There is no... This is going to be the last time they put on these pads and that uniform. And you gotta think they're going to be ready, and they're going to leave everything on the field, which may involve an arm or a leg.
Yeah. And being able to play your final game of your career, being able to play it at home, a good crowd on hand here from Edgar, but being able to play at home and leave it all on the field where you have for the last 4 years It's going to be I'm giddy. I'm excited. It's going to be a fun game.
Well, absolutely. And as the lineups are announced, coaches being announced, Iola lined up on the goal line. Edgar will be lined up on the sideline shortly. So we will step aside. We will be back during the national anthem right after this on Zaleski Sports.
At V&H Automotive, you'll get the best price and best selection on all Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Ram, Dodge, and Jeep models guaranteed. At V&H, our friendly staff is always ready, here to serve you. No pressure, no gimmicks, just great deals, great service, and the best vehicles in central Wisconsin. Come see why our customers rate us #1.
V&H Automotive, a short drive from anywhere, or visit us at vhautos.com.
Experience choice risk-free at Mid-State Technical College. Your choice to learn with small in-person classes, online classes, innovative technology class options, or your choice of any combination to fit your needs. You can get your liberal arts degree and transfer as a junior to all UW colleges or in-demand employable skills. Start now to experience choice risk-free at Mid-State Technical College. Find out what risk-free means at mstc.edu.
Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm the director at Little Sprouts. Little Sprouts has been a real great community. It's very family friendly. It feels like a big family to me, and being the new director here, I felt very welcomed into the family. I like the smaller family. Everybody knows everybody, and you all get to know everybody in the center, and we do family activities and much of a family atmosphere.
Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Fine Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com.
Welcome back to Edgar as we are on the home of the Wildcats as Edgar and Iola-Scandinavia go head-to-head in this Level 2 matchup in Division 6 in the WIAA playoffs. The final night of high school football this season. Again, only to Level 2 this year, but these players, at least they know the date, they know that this is it. And again, leaving everything on the line, both teams coming in at 8-0. Both teams did not have a game canceled once the season got underway, which is always an incredible thing to see.
Yep.
And it's a testament to what the teams and coaches have done to get ready for this one.
Yeah, they had a couple of games canceled, but they were able to find schools that, they played all 7 regular season weeks, which, as you mentioned, is a big accomplishment in the state this year. But it's going to be one heck of a game. Iola's going to start on offense, and as you mentioned, just 2 levels of high school playoffs this year, but couldn't have asked for a much better night here in north central Wisconsin for a football game.
No, absolutely not. There's no way to ask anything better as Heisey and Parker Prawl back to return. Madison about to kick off on what is set up to be, as the kick is underway, hand over end will be caught up at the 10-yard line by Heisey. He'll cut up left to right, cuts the field, he's got a gap, and Donkey will chase him down from behind, shy of the 20.
Jeez, untouched, just able to track him down, make a nice tackle in the on the kickoff.
Looks like they'll set up right at the 20-yard line. First down and 10 for Iola-Scandinavia, and what is a 44-degree Thursday night.
Beautiful.
They'll set up with Marcus Jaworski at the bottom of your screen. He'll be lined up wide to the left. Prawl in the shotgun. Hardell lined up directly to his right. As they'll send man in motion. Prawl's going to keep it himself. Cut off right start. He will get not very far. He'll get a few yards, maybe a yard or 2, but not much further than that.
Gain of 2, bringing up second.
They'll give him 2 yards. Second down, 8 yards to go.
Aiden
Weisenberger, number 22, coming in and making the tackle for Stratford. Or Edgar. I made this mistake last week. I promise you people I will not do that again. If I do, I'll let Steve whack me in the arm as hard as he possibly can. Second down, Prawl in the shotgun. Hand off Hardell. He's got a hole off left tackle. He'll cut upfield, stiff arm a man to the ground, diving past the 30. He's got a first down. Tackle made by Edgar, by Brewster.
Hardell, the ball carrier, gain
Hardell
of 9.
will get 9.
Tackled at the 31-yard line, but not after a.
That was a nice job. Get to the outside, get away from the middle of the field, and get away from the middle of the defense where Dalkey is sitting. And a nice job by Hardell.
Absolutely fair. You're going to run away from 5, who is signaling which he's going to come up the middle. Gets blocked well. He's going to throw it deep, looking for Jaworski. It's in position, diving for it. No flag thrown on either player. Jaworski matched up with Wolf. And of course, the Edgar crowd wanting an offensive pass interference call.
Intended for Jaworski, falls incomplete.
No flag thrown either side.
That was a nice job.
Wolf with great coverage.
Yeah, by Connor Wolf to turn his head, knowing that the ball was coming, and not get.
So second down, 10 yards to go. We're 1:07 into this game. Prawl in the shotgun. He'll send Heisey in motion with him. On the keeper, he goes nowhere. Weisenberger and Dalkey combine on the tackle.
Wow, and that just goes, again, to show how smart and ready this Edgar football team is, and just dominating the front line so far here tonight.
Loss of 1, third down and 11, and again, Dalkey did not fall for any fakes last week that Pacelli liked to run, and so far he's not fallen for either of the two so far tonight.
Well, that was a play last week that they were handed off to Cashin, and he almost was in the backfield before.
Ball is tipped, is going to be incomplete, trying to find Heisey. Diving attempt almost made, and we've got a flag thrown on the far sideline.
Penalty marker on the play.
I don't know if that's a dead ball foul or not.
Yeah, and that just goes to show the emotion on both sides coming into tonight. You saw it already from Jaworski and from Wolf, and a big break for Iola.
Edgar. A dead ball personal foul on the Wildcats.
The indication is a personal foul on the Wildcats.
So the play will count, but it'll be 15 yards and an automatic first down for Iola-Scandinavia.
Yeah, just 4 yards enough for Iola to get the first down. So a big break for Iola offensively, tough break for Edgar defensively. I didn't quite see what happened, but again, the emotion running high for both sides and right in front of the Iola bench. Never easy for the Edgar, for the opposing team in front of the visitor bench.
That's the ball at the 44, first and 10. Handoff Hardell, he's going to go nowhere. He's going to get knocked back at the 40. He will lose 4. As again, the gap control
loss of 4 yards
by Dalkey and the Wildcats.
Tackled by Bauman and Lemmer.
Bauman and Lemmer combined on that tackle, so it's the I'm not going to say role players, but it's the non-Dalkey defenders who are making the play that time.
Yeah, and that's what's been big so far tonight and this year for Edgar when Dalkey hasn't had the opportunity.
That time Hardell will try and drive his way forward. He will finally get hit and swarmed under after a gain of about 3. Dalkey involved with the hit.
Hardell, the ball carrier, gain of 2 yards, tackled by a host of Wildcats.
Edgar just 69 yards on defense on the ground this year. We'll get into Iola's defensive numbers when they're on defense, but just 308 total yards. They've given up a lot of yards to the air, but again, that's usually when the game is readily in hand.
So 3rd and 11 for Prawl. He's going to look to pass. Dalkey coming through, and Dalkey's going to get sack number 13 on the season. And it's 4th down.
Unbelievable. This is the first time that I've seen Austin Dalkey play live, and just untouched, and he got right to Prawl, and 4th down and long and a mile coming up for Iola.
As Hardell, who is their primary punter, to Prawl Hill rugby style, and he will send off a booming kick up the far sideline. Brewster will run it down. It will stay in bounds at the 10 and sliding to make the play. What a kick that was, 58 yards.
Yeah, and that just goes to show this year, I mean, Iola's, that was only their 8th punt of the year. 200, averaging 38 yards per punt, and what did you say, 58 on that one. Just outstanding, flipping the field, and now Edgar on the offense back inside the 11-yard line. 12-yard line?
Marker right at the 12. First down and 10 for the Wildcats. As that last drive ended up going 8 plays, it ended up netting 12 yards.
Yeah.
As sacks come for rushing yards, so that's going to hurt Parker Prall's numbers, but Dalkey, sack number 13, leads the state. And that's going to be Brewster. He'll dive forward past the 15 to the 16, a gain of 4.
Just defensively outstanding.
For the Wildcats, gain of 4 yards.
Just outstanding numbers for Iola defensively. Only 184 yards. Excuse me. Yeah, only 184 yards of total yards per game, 35 on the ground. And Edgar comes in with, goodness, where do I got that? 239 yards on the ground.
Connor Wolf under center. He's got that split back formation. Take handoff that time, going off left tackle. And not going far. Hit made Kyle Heisey among the first Thunderbirds there to make the hit. That looked like Brewster.
Kyle Brewster.
They gave the first carry to Dalkey. Was it the first one Dalkey?
That's what he said. I didn't think it was, but
I'm giving it to Brewster.
17-yard line. Tackled by a
gain of 1.
Thunderbird.
And it's third down for Edgar.
Oh. He said Thunder.
Back to my childhood. Third down and 5 for the Edgar Wildcats. 7:15 remaining here in the first quarter. No score. And now there's Dalkey. He'll spin his way. He's got the first down and more. And he's going to get finally brought down by Finch at the 41-yard line. Gain of 24 for Dalkey.
Just spun out of the arm tackle of the Iola defender, and Edgar already over what Iola gives up on the ground already tonight.
Iola-Scandinavia's Ryan Finch. But not after.
It was Finch and Prall, the final 2 defenders there. Finch was able to trip him up enough as the Wildcats get a first down. As again, they go left to right on your screen. Everyone tight to the line under center. Back to throw Wolf. Looking left, he's going to throw it deep down the field. He's got a man. And he's got him on the far sideline and knocked out of bounds shy of the 10-yard line. That is, it looked like Gooden. Trying to see where they
Drew Gooden, yep.
Number 18.
And I mentioned during warm-ups we saw Wolf and Prall. You saw Wolf and Prall letting it rip during warm-ups, and you saw right there taking a big shot on a big first down. And now the Wildcats back inside the Drexler Transport red zone. Drexler offers a steal primary health care at zero cost to the driver. Visit DrexlerTransport.com to apply today.
Gain of 45 on the play. Now a full house 3-man backfield. Handoff Dalkey off left tackle. He will get hit by the first man. That's Logan Abhold. He will get to the
Austin Dalkey, the ball carrier. Gain of 1
gain of yard, get to the 13.
Tackle made by Iola-Scandinavia's Will Tappa.
We'll give it to Will Tappa, number 55.
From the 13-yard line.
So ball to 13. Again in the Drexler Transport red zone as they'll rotate in guys.
Iola has only given up 27 points in the first half this year, on their way, as we mentioned, to 66 total on the year. They're outscoring their opponents 281 to 27 in the first half. And Edgar knocking on the door.
Back in that full house backfield. And they're going to turn up Brewster up the left side, and Brewster will walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Edgar. 13 yards for Brewster. His 20th of the season. And with 5:51 to play here in the first quarter, it is 6-0 Edgar.
And that just goes to show you, again, a good fake up to Austin Dalkey. Everybody clamped on to Austin, and Kyle Brewster untouched off the left side and into the end zone for a touchdown.
2-point conversion attempt for the Wildcats coming up.
We mentioned Iola's scoring. Edgar 105 now, 111 to 12 in the first quarter.
As Edgar set to go for 2, they'll split up the backs in the backfield. Brewster and Dalkey looking to the back across his body, looking for Gooden. He's going to make the catch. 2-point conversion good. So we will take a break. We will be back with the next possession for the Thunderbirds after this on Zaleski Sports.
A&B Process Systems has been a proud member of the Stratford community since 1973. You can find your next career in engineering, welding, and more at A&B Process Systems. Our campus also includes our exclusive Factory Acceptance Testing Center, with full service testing capabilities to ensure that your equipment will perform to your expectations. Visit A&B Process Systems on Facebook today for more information.
Back here at Edgar, it is 8-0 Wildcats on the 13-yard run by Brewster. Caps the key play, the 45-yard deep pass to Gooden up the left sideline. But, of course, we are in November, Thanksgiving coming up soon, and got a reminder as well that Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop for all things hunting. Get everything you need for hunting, from gear, supplies, clothing, game processing, even hunting licenses. You can still do that. Find the top brands at great prices. Fleet Farm's got something for everyone, and you won't believe what you'll find at Fleet Farm.
Yeah, you can get them all the way up until whenever you want to go hunting. Rifle season starts on Saturday. And I mentioned it, every broadcast that I've done with Fleet Farm, and again, we're thankful for Fleet Farm and all of our sponsors, but if you're going to go out hunting, you're going to sit out there for hours and hours. You have to have stuff to eat. And Fleet Farm, best candy, best boxed apple pies. And as you mentioned, you can find anything you want at Fleet Farm.
As we're back underway, kickoff will be caught at the 15-yard line by Kyle Heisey. He'll try to cut all the way across field. He's got a gap. He'll dive forward past the 30 to the 31-yard line. And that's where Iola-Scandinavia will start their second possession, 1st and 10 with 5:44
down to
to play.
The 16-yard line. Heisey on the return, down to the
we saw one good run from Hardell in that opening drive where he was able to get to the outside and get away from contain from Edgar and got that first down. But other than that, a couple of nice hits by the Edgar linebackers and linemen on that first possession.
As they'll put everyone in the backfield this time, single receiver, bottom of your screen. Diving up the middle, he will not go far. Baumgartner, the first man on the hit. It looked like that was Hardell on the carry.
Hardell, the ball carrier, gain of 1 for Iola.
They'll give him a gain of 1, second down and 9.
And Drew Gooden in on the tackle for the Wildcats.
So that's the fourth carry for Hardell.
2nd and 9 from the 32-yard line.
For 9 yards.
Yeah, and they average 401 yards per game on the ground, and very minimal so far. Obviously, a lot of game left, but this Edgar team is on a mission, and they've shown it so far here tonight.
Probably another handoff, and stumbling to the ground is Hardell. He will go right back with a loss of 2. Turf Monster got him.
Yeah, just lost his footing on his cut. Again, tried to get to that outside like he did on the first drive. And unlike the NFL, obviously, high school, college, once you hit the ground, you're down. And a big third down coming for this Iola offense. Already down 8-0 over halfway through this first quarter.
As they'll motion Kyle Heisey now to your bottom of your screen. Jaworski motions back into tight end. Prawl looking to pass. Play action. He's going to evade the first man, but his second man is there to make the sack. And that looked like it was Bauman who makes the sack.
Quarterback sack by number 63, Corbin.
So give that to Corbin Bauman.
That brings up
as that drops them back
17
with a loss of 6 for Prawl. For Bauman, that is sack number 5.5.
Yeah,
this year.
And they had time. They had a receiver across the middle, just didn't give Parker Prawl enough time.
Line drive kick caught on the bounce by Brewster. He'll cut all the way across the field. He's got a convoy. Up the near sideline, he will get knocked out of bounds by Heisey at the 31 of Iola-Scandinavia as Edgar.
Yeah, a couple of returns for touchdowns this year for Kyle, and he's doing it on special teams, doing it on offense, and now great field position to start their second possession, already up 8-0, starting deep, or not deep, but starting at Iola's 31-yard line. So
only the 6th return for Brewster this year. He averaged 20 yards per return. Gooden with 11. He has the 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. Yep,
they usually put them both back there.
Yep.
But that time Brewster cutting all the way across field. He had a convoy of blockers. The one man to beat was able to pin him to the sideline. But either way, great field position for the Wildcats. They'll line up under center. Dalkey, the halfback, to the left. Brewster to the right. Single receiver top of your screen who will motion toward. Toss play, Brewster going off the left side. He's got a lead blocker. Dalkey gets a great block, cuts upfield, and will get hit by Tappa and brought down with a first down to about the 20-yard line.
The ball carrier, gain of 11 yards.
They'll give him 11. And once again, the Edgar Wildcats in the Draxler Transport red zone. Of course, Draxler has flatbed driving opportunities. They'll pay you 5 cents per mile premium over van. Visit DrexlerTransport.com to apply today as well.
You just put Austin Dahlke out there on the sweep to Kyle Brewster, just like what Vince Lombardi used to have for the Packers sweep. Austin Dahlke's just like a lineman out there blocking for him.
I mean, he's number 5. He's looking just like Paul Hornung on that run.
Exactly.
As now it'll be Brewster again off the right side. He'll get knocked out of bounds on the near sideline. Just shy of the 15. Looks like they'll mark him with a gain of about 3.
Kyle Brewster with the quick pitch around the right end. Pushed out of bounds by Marcus Jaworski and
Jaworski involved with the hit. They'll give him a gain.
6 yards on the play.
They'll give him a gain of 4 on the play for Brewster.
That brings up 2nd and 6.
So 2nd down, 6 yards to go for the Wildcats.
Yeah, of course, the Golden Boy passing away earlier this week.
Yeah,
last week?
Late last week.
And Austin Dahlke doing him proud so far, wearing that green and yellow number 5.
If Brewster just wore number 31, it would have looked just like it. Wolf under center. That time Brewster right off right guard. He'll get cut down shy of the 10-yard line. But he will gain about 4 more, maybe only 3. We'll see where they mark it. Tackle made.
Kyle Brewster, the ball carrier.
Well, and you talk about it obviously all the time when teams are dominant up front at running. It all happens at the line of scrimmage. And right now, Edgar on offense and defensive line just dominating the Iola front 7.
Iola usually using a 3-man front as well. They usually do a 3-4, 3-5 lineup. This time it's going to be Dahlke cutting off right side. He will cut inside the 10, still diving forward. He looks like he's got a first down. Looks like they'll mark him at about the 6-yard line with a gain of about 6. It'll be 1st and goal for the Wildcats with 2.5 to play here in the first quarter.
Yeah, have Brewster run on the corners, get the nice yardage on the first couple of downs, and then when it's 3rd and short like it just was, give it to the pounder Austin Dahlke and let him get the first down at the 7-yard line.
Yes, and I said last week that Dahlke reminded me a lot of another guy in green, number 5, Leo Chanel.
Yeah.
Offensively and defensively, he plays that way as he'll get the carry again. He'll cut inside, driving his legs forward. He'll be short of the goal line. He'll get to about the 3, maybe the 4. So they'll mark him at the 4.
Austin Dahlke, the ball carrier.
Just put his head down and go, and that's the kind of running back that you want, linebacker that you want, and Austin Dahlke is going to make a coaching staff and a team and a fan base very, very happy at the next level.
Of course, Dahlke listed only at 185.
Yeah.
Which
plays much bigger than that.
That's 40 pounds lighter than Chanel, but I don't quite believe that. Dahlke now has it stiff as a man trying to get the corner, turning the corner, and he will. Touchdown, Edgar Dahlke.
Had the whole left side of the field stiff arm the defender and is able to walk into the end zone, and Edgar up 14-0 with about 88 seconds to go in the first quarter.
And it has been all Wildcats. They've run 12 plays. First one went 88 yards. This one went 31. So it's been all Edgar.
Yeah, and we mentioned just the up-front dominance for the Wildcats so far. We'll talk about it when they get back on defense. When Iola's had it 3rd down and long and needing a passing situation, the pressure's been on Prawl and just hasn't been able to find its receivers.
Obviously, the instinct is there's going to be a toss play going right. Dahlke looking for the 2-point conversion. Fakes the throw. He will not get there, and it'll be no good. Tapple will make the tackle on the near side. Either way, it is 14-0 in favor of Edgar, so we'll take another quick break. We'll be back right after this on Zaleski Sports in the first quarter.
No interest in water sports? Biking not really your thing? Want to add some excitement to your camping trip? Need more fun in your life? Hit the trails with an ATV or side-by-side from Bill's Service Center. At Bill's, your passion is our passion, and you'll find your fun with the latest from Can-Am or Polaris off-road products. When you need more fun, you need Bill's.
Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
7 schools would have given Edgar much trouble.
Back here at Edgar, as during the break, as Steve makes a great point right before we go on the air that, I mean, Iola is a top D6 school, and Edgar is handling them with ease. I can't think of a Division 7 school that would have been able to stop the Wildcats this season.
Yeah, no, and I mean
It's been Edgar and Blackhawk for 3 years in a row, 4 years in a row almost, it seems like.
2. They had them for 2. Edgar lost to Bangor in level
Bangor.
3 a couple years before. But, I mean, without Blackhawk Warren playing, because Blackhawk Warren is a co-op with an Illinois team, and Illinois is not playing high school football, there was no Blackhawk Warren football. And so the teams that Edgar has beaten, Onalaska, Shawano, Portage, in convincing fashion. The only close game was Onalaska. It was 0-0 at halftime, and they came out and won 12-7. You can't tell me that there's a team in Division 6 or 7 that would give Edgar much of a issue, except maybe with Eau Claire, Regis, and schools like that. But no team in Division 7 would give Edgar a game.
No, I agree with you. As there's a kickoff, and no Ren Heisey will catch it at his 15. And he'll hand off Prawl. Prawl getting cut up field, breaks the first tackle. Hesitation coming up the near side. He'll get knocked out of bounds into the Edgar bench. Takes a little bit of a bump late, but I'm glad there was no call on that. He'll get to the 41 as where Iola will set up 1st and 10.
And forced out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Yes, a smart decision so far on the special teams to kick it away from Parker Prawl. And that time on the reverse, Parker's able to get some good yardage and good field position to start here for the Thunderbirds.
Prawl about 6'3". He's got those long legs and coming in, obviously a star basketball player, but he is played football for the first time last year in high school, and he's got that. He's the smoothest player you'll see in the open field, but he's got to get to the open field. He is not yet. Handoff Hardell, and he got rocked by Dalkey in the backfield. Loss of 3.
Untouched again. Austin Dalkey, you could hear the collision from up here, the collision between Dalkey and Hardell, and just it was as Jaworski's trying to fire up his offensive line that haven't protected his skill players much yet.
Yeah, Dalkey had a hit like that last week too, just on the sideline where he absolutely leveled Kadrevich and knocked him into the next week. But now 2nd down and 12 for Iola-Scandinavia. Hardell in the backfield behind Prawl. Prawl looking to throw. Set up a screen. Got his man Jaworski. Breaks the first tackle. Cuts up the middle. Cuts back across. He'll still on his feet. Diving into Edgar territory to the 45. And with a gain of 16, Iola-Scandinavia with the first down.
That was a perfect play call by Scott Erickson and the offense for Iola-Scandinavia. The pressure has been on Prawl all night so far. Dump a little tight end screen over to Jaworski and get inside Edgar territory for the first time.
And Jaworski came in last year. He was their starting quarterback at the beginning of last year. Prawl took it back. He moved to tight end, and so he knows the spot. Hardell with the toss, cutting upfield, gets a block. He will get inside the 45. And the clock will run inside the 45 with a gain of about 2. Baumgartner with the hit. And that should take us to the end of quarter number 1.
By a gang of Wildcats.
And it will. We've played 12 minutes in this final night of the WIAA football season. Your score, it is Edgar 14 and Iola-Scandinavia nothing. We'll take a break. We're back with quarter number 2 of level 2 right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Jason Zaleski here to tell you that Hewitt's Meat has you covered with simple, easy, and free home delivery. Residents of North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, and Wisconsin get free. That's right, free delivery on every order from Hewitt'sMeats.com. Choose from bratwurst, wieners, bacon, jerky, sausage, cheeses, ham, snack sticks, gift boxes, and even the popular grillers. With over 50 flavors of bratwurst, Hewitt's Meat with free delivery will please your entire family. Visit the store in Tomahawk, Marshfield, or Hewitt's Meat on Facebook today.
At V&H Automotive, you'll get the best price and best selection on all Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Ram, Dodge, and Jeep models guaranteed. At V&H, our friendly staff is always ready, here to serve you. No pressure, no gimmicks, just great deals, great service, and the best vehicles in central Wisconsin. Come see why our customers rate us number 1.
V&H Automotive, a short drive from anywhere, or visit us at vhautos.com.
Back here from Edgar, it is 14-0 Wildcats. A couple of touchdown runs for the Wildcats as they are in control in this one. Looking up as well, second quarter, Stratford-Wittenberg tied at 0. For that one, a big thanks to everyone watching all of our games across the Zaleski Sports platform this Thursday night. As Iola at the 43-yard line, it'll be second down at about 8 For the Thunderbirds, they'll line up now going left to right, send one receiver to the bottom of your screen as Finch. Wing right is going to be Heisey with Hardell directly behind Parker Prahl. Heisey now motions to the offset. As Prahl, pressure coming, he will get hit and brought down back at the 45. Play made by Aiden Weisenberger.
Yeah, that time it wasn't third down yet, but it's going to be, again, a third down and a mile to go for Iola.
Loss of 13. And for a guy like Parker Prahl, who came in with 1,300 rushing yards, again, sacks count for negative rushing. He is well down there this evening. 3rd and 20. It's a loss of 12 on the play. So Thunderbirds getting their play call from Coach Erickson on the far sideline. Hardell to the right of Prahl. Twin receivers on each side. We'll see whether Edgar shows pressure. They send forward, but on a stunt, Baumgartner hit by inside. He's going to get brought down again. A loss of 4. Play made by R.J. Knetter.
Again, just the great job by the defensive backs for Edgar, and then the pressure put on by the front 5. And Edgar came in with 24 sacks on the year, and 5 or 6 already tonight?
4 tonight. And that was the stunt, Baumgartner and Knetter, as Hardell is going to have to try and get it away. And he does a line drive up the far side. Pressure came from Baumgartner, who's got that big, lanky frame, wearing number 44. Edgar will take over 1st and 10, their first drive of the second quarter at the 34-yard line.
Punt out of bounds.
With 10:26 to go. But that last third down play, it was the defensive tackles, Knetter and Baumgartner, doing a stunt.
Yep.
Baumgartner cuts left, Knetter cuts right behind him, and the guards did not pass each other off. And especially you got that blindside guy, you got to make sure you get him blocked. Knetter came through, blindside hit, and Prahl had no chance.
Yeah, and that just goes, obviously, with Iola not having an opponent like Edgar this year.
Wolf to throw, looking on the out route, got Dahlke up the far sideline. Turns the corner, one man to beat. He will get pushed out of bounds by Caden Judds, but he will be inside the 25 to mark him at the 24. 38 yards.
Just an easy out route by the running back, Austin Dahlke. Came out of the backfield on the play action and was left wide open in the flat. And an easy pitch and catch for the senior, and big gain to the 24 of Iola.
Absolutely. Gain of 38 on the play to Dahlke. Again, last man in was one who was able to make the play, but now that 3-man full house backfield. Play action. Looking to throw up the sideline into the corner route. What an adjustment, the catch, touchdown, Edgar. Weisenberger.
Wow. Connor Wolf took his time, let the play breathe, and then a great adjustment by Weisenberger to make the catch. And just like that, Edgar's up 20-0 with 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. Just a beautiful couple of passes on that drive. And as we mentioned earlier on, Connor Wolf was slinging it during warm-ups, and just precision for the senior quarterback.
And what an adjustment going back over his left shoulder for Weisenberger. If that goes to the far corner, that's probably going out of bounds. It's incomplete.
Yep.
But the adjustment by Aiden Weisenberger, the junior, makes the play, and now Edgar with a chance with that 3-score lead, looking to make it 22.
Connor Wolf to attempt.
Actually, they're gonna kick it this time. Wolf will kick. He's 19 of 30 extra points this season. Went 1 for 2 last week. And they're gonna have a delay game called on Edgar. They didn't have the holder up there.
The indication is a
so that'll move them back, but it doesn't matter this time. Edgar in complete control of this one. Iola's had 3 possessions. They've punted all 3. Edgar's had 3 possessions. All 3 have ended up in the end zone.
Yeah, and again, we talked about it during pregame. We talked about it a little so far here tonight. And you called Edgar Pacelli last week At times they just make it look easy, and right now, so far tonight, that's what they're doing against the Iola-Scandinavia Thunderbirds, offensively and defensively.
Snap good, hold good, kick is up, and it is good. And it is 21-0 in favor of Edgar. So we'll take a break. We'll be back right after this from some of our great sponsors on Zaleski Sports.
Experience choice risk-free at Mid-State Technical College. Your choice to learn with small in-person classes, online classes, innovative technology class options, or your choice of any combination to fit your needs. You can get your liberal arts degree and transfer as a junior to all UW colleges or in-demand employable skills. Start now to experience choice risk-free at Mid-State Technical College. Find out what risk-free means at mstc.edu.
Back here from Edgar, it is all Wildcats so far, 21-0 over Iola-Scandinavia. It's setting up the scoring first drive for Edgar. Ended up a 13-yard run from Kyle Brewster. Next drive, a 4-yard run from Austin Dahlke. And then the beautiful 22-yard pass from Connor Wolf to Aiden Weisenberger. And just like that, it is 21-0 Edgar. They are in control, looking to go to 9-0. And what would have been the Division 7 championship game this morning, they look to be a team that's it can be unstoppable even tonight against a top-tier Division 6 team.
Yeah, and this is a team that obviously they're losing all the seniors that they are, and we talked about it, how well Coach Sins and this coaching staff over the years since Coach Sins has been here, how they just continue over and over and over, year after year, able to rebuild and just plug guys in.
This one up on the sideline will go out of bounds. And so that will give the Thunderbirds good field position to start their next drive. But again, the offensive line, we've said it all. We've said it every game that we've done. I don't mean you've done our fair share of games together over the years. Games are won and lost at the line of scrimmage. That's proving true tonight. Edgar has controlled the trenches. They have 4 sacks, only one of which is Dahlke.
Yep.
They have been in complete control of the trenches. Iola has no answers yet. And it's up to Coach Erickson to make the adjustments, and he has to do it now.
Yeah.
You can't wait till halftime. You have to get it done now.
Yeah, because obviously they're already down 21-0, 10 minutes left in the second quarter. If you wait until halftime, it might be out of hand and might not have a path back to getting to where you need. And just the confusion right now between Parker Prawl and the sidelines is evident, and they might have to take a timeout. And they will.
They will. Timeout called by Iola-Scandinavia. We'll keep it here.
Yeah, and that's tough to take a timeout at change of possession. And obviously everything not going right for Iola right now, and you just saw that right there.
Absolutely. Both teams, Iola with their signals crossed. Edgar is rolling, and speaking of rolling, your locally owned Shiro Tires and Service Center will keep you rolling and growing by coming to you with one of their 14 farm and commercial service trucks. Find your location at ShiroTire.com. Of course, a big thanks to everyone, again, a big thanks to everyone watching and listening. A big thanks to all of our great sponsors as well over the course of the season. Yeah. We know it's been a topsy-turvy type of year. Of course, 2020, when they said hindsight's 2020, that wasn't meant to be taken literally. Yeah. But we have gotten games in. We've gotten, again, these teams are in their 9th game.
Yep.
Usually they play 13, 14 by this point, but getting 9 in is quite the achievement of its own. Iola played all of their conference games.
Yep.
Edgar did play 3 conference games, but they were able to get going on the Merriwood enough. And to the point that both teams have been able to play consistently and win consistently is a big testament to the coaching staffs, the players, and the schools themselves. It's a great, great job by both schools.
Well, and you got to, as you mentioned, got to give hats off to the players staying healthy, doing what they needed to do to just be able to get on the field on Friday nights, and that's showing obviously between these two schools here tonight.
Prawl will try and keep it himself. He will get tripped up in the backfield by Lemmer. That's Corbin Bowman.
With a quarterback sack.
And a loss of 7 for Parker Prawl, who is
that brings up 2nd and
going to have work to do just to get back to positive yardage in tonight's game. And if Bowman had made the tackle, there was a certain number 5 right behind him who would have made the tackle.
Well, and that just goes to show you again how sure-handed this Edgar football team is at tackling. They don't miss tackles.
Prawl in the shotgun looking to throw. This time he's got time. He's going to throw it over the middle, looking for Finch. Tipped up and intercepted. Picked off by Brewster. He'll cut off the left side. Flag comes in for the backside. That's probably coming back. He's out of bounds inside the 20. We'll see where they mark it. But that flag came in from the back judge.
Paul's pass intended for Ryan.
Yeah,
looking for Finch. It was tipped up and
Drew
Brewster got it.
And intercepted by Kyle Brewster.
We'll see what they call it. The flag is at the 38-yard line. And that was a good toss by the Blackhawks. That was a good 15, 20 yards on the flag itself.
Yeah.
The indication is a block in the back.
They're going to call a block in the back on Edgar.
So that time on the pressure, Parker Pearl had plenty of time, but two Wildcats running into each other at the line of scrimmage, giving him plenty of time to throw. But then five Wildcats were around the wide receiver, and Kyle Brewster, the lucky one to with the ball right into his hands.
Great jump by Gooden to get in front of Finch. Finch was open for a second.
Yep.
But Gooden undercuts him enough to tip it up in the air, and Brewster again right there to clean up the scraps.
Well, and do it well enough not to get the flag thrown at you for pass interference.
Now Brewster up the sideline, breaks the arm tackle, up the near sideline to the 30. Jaworski will make the tackle. He'll get to the 31. Gain of 21. Gain of 21 on the play.
Tackle by Marcus Jaworski, but not enough.
So 21 more yards for Brewster. He broke the tackle of Judge right away. So again, a gain of about 21 yards.
First down and 10 Wildcats.
With 8:47 remaining. Brewster already with one touchdown tonight. He's now one behind Prawl, which was number 2 in the state. Tanner Marsh of Mondovi, I think, is leading the way. Hand off Dalkey off right side. He'll try and turn upfield. Hesitation. He's got the patience. He will continue to go and tripped up inside the 25.
Austin Dalkey, the ball carrier.
Looks like they'll mark him at about the
Gain
23.
Yards,
they'll give him a gain of 7.
And again, that's just playing football as long as Austin has and being able to figure out where to go. It's just being patient. You mentioned it. Be patient. Let your holes open up and then go for it. And that's what Austin Dalkey did for a nice gain.
Ball to 23 with 8 minutes to play here in the second quarter. First down and 10 for the Edgar Wildcats. As Wolf line up under center, that 3-man backfield. And dive play right up the middle. Hosts of Thunderbirds there to make the tackle. He'll get inside the 20 to about the 9. Give him an 18, gain of 4. Trying to see who had the carry there.
Kyle Brewster,
that was Brewster.
The ball carrier on the
so he
play.
gains 5.
3 yards for the Wildcats. Tackle made by Parker.
Mark him at the 18, gain of 5, and once again, the Edgar Wildcats in the Draxler Transport red zone.
Edgar Wildcat.
I gotcha.
You got this.
All right, I gotcha. At Draxler Transport, drivers always home or are always home for their requested time off. Visit DraxlerTransport.com to apply today.
That includes Thanksgiving, deer hunting, and all the way around, and high school football as well.
Yeah.
So first down and 10 at the 18-yard line for Brewster, Dalkey, and the Wildcats. Yeah, they'll line up right on the right hash. Single receiver, bottom of your screen is Gooden. Play action, a little rolling left on the corner route. What a route! Wolf's going to take it himself, though. He'll cut inside. Keys are diving for the end zone. Flag comes in late. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 2. We'll see what the flag is. That came in late.
Kyle Brewster, correction. Connor Wolf with the quarterback.
So Wolf with the carry. We'll see what they mark it.
Another block in the back.
So they'll bring it back.
Indication is a block in the back.
So that rush will not count.
Yeah, he had Drew Gooden
wide open.
I don't
know why he didn't throw it.
On the flag route, yeah.
What a route that was by Gooden. He took that inside jab step and left the corner in the dust by about 4 or 5 yards. And a left-handed quarterback rolling left, yeah, I think that's a pretty easy throw.
Yeah.
But he takes it himself. So it ends up being about a gain of 1 on the play, so first and 9. For the Edgar Wildcats, now line up just inside the left hash, man in motion. Toss play, Dalkey going right. He gets a block from Brewster. He'll cut inside, get tripped up, and brought down by Heisey. And they'll mark it at about the 15, a gain of 2 for Dalkey.
Austin Dalkey, the ball carrier on the play. Gain of 3 yards. Tackle made by Iola's.
Their second leading tackler this season. Makes tackle one of the seniors.
Sets up a
Thunderbirds.
2nd and 7
Chance to try
for
and make
the
a stop here with
Wildcats
2nd and
from the
7 coming up.
15-yard line.
2nd and 8 or so. We'll have to get to the 6-yard line.
Yeah, so a block in the back, just pushing it back, obviously. Not a big infraction for the Wildcats.
No, handoff now off left tackle Brewster. He'll turn the corner, one man to beat, and he will go. Touchdown, Edgar. Brewster again from 15 yards out.
Kyle
And it's
Brewster,
27.
Gain of 15 yards and another Edgar Wildcat touchdown.
Brewster with his second score of the day.
Yeah, just off the left side, untouched. Nice cut block or nice down blocks by the Edgar offensive line, and again, just dominant up front for the Edgar Wildcats here tonight, up 27-0 halfway through the second quarter.
And he talked about them running that old Packers sweep type play. The two backs together, Brewster and Dalkey, they've been playing together for 4 years.
Yeah.
They block for each other so well. If it's going left, Dalkey's gonna have that block for Brewster. If it's going right, Brewster's gonna be throwing that block for Dalkey.
Yep.
Both guys can do both side parts of the game so well, and it makes this offense so fine-tuned and so well-oiled that I'm not sure there's a D4 or 5 team that can stop these guys.
Yeah, it's just unreal how fundamentally sound they are.
The kick is up, and it is good for Wolf, and it is 28-0 Edgar, so we'll take another quick break. We'll be back right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm the director at Little Sprouts. Little Sprouts has been a real great community. It's very family friendly. It feels like a big family to me, and being the new director here, I felt very welcomed into the family. I like the smaller family. Everybody knows everybody, and you all get to know everybody in the center, and we do family activities and much of a family atmosphere.
Back here from Edgar. Stratford-Wittenberg, Burnhamwood tied up at 7. Steve trying to find out what number had the run. If it was their
81, I think.
81 or 21, either one. It's one of their big play guys for Wittenberg. They had a big 80-yard touchdown the first time they played Stratford in that one, opening night. But right now, it is all Edgar. Man.
It's
if Edgar can win this game easily over top team and Stratford were to lose, that's an even better day.
Yeah.
for when you see your rival lose as well as you win. That makes things feel that much better going into a Friday.
Yeah, and it's just, I mean, these kids know that's their final game of the year. We keep on repeating it over and over, but it's because they have nowhere else beyond this point to play high school football. And right now, Edgar is dominating both sides, all three facets of the game.
Absolutely, and we'll give a shout out to all the seniors during our post game as well. And we'll do it. You can do it at halftime if we want to as well. As there's the kickoff, will be caught at the 9-yard line. Heisey fakes the reversal, keeping himself up the left side. He slides down just past the 15. A footing, a big issue for the Iola-Scandinavia. They've had 4 or 5 guys slip and fall.
Yep.
Heisey's return.
I don't know if they're not used to this turf or what, but
that's where Iola
will start their own 16. But so far, besides the lines, maybe that's part of the reason why they're getting so much of a push. The lines are just sliding.
Yeah, yep.
The spikes aren't long enough.
And now down 4 touchdowns. Iola's got to get a big, quick hitter here. Obviously, still 6 minutes left, but before halftime, got to get on the board at some point.
Prawl to throw. He's going to throw up the middle. Got his man. And what a hit by Brewster. It's a first down for Heisey to the 29. It's a gain of 13. But Heisey took a hit.
Yeah, wide open across the middle. Nice pitch and catch from Prawl to Heisey, but big hit by Kyle Brewster. Kyle's doing it all so far tonight.
Keep your head on a swivel when you're crossing the middle of the field. That's some old school football. First down, Prawl to throw again. Pressure coming. He's going to try and set up a screen for Caden Judds. He's got him. Gets a block upfield. He'll get cut down past the 40 to the 41. A gain of 12 more for Iola-Scandinavia.
Yeah, nice play call again. Nice wide receiver screen. And another big first down for the Thunderbirds. Back-to-back first downs for Iola.
We had big Keith Fenn leading the way, number 70 from the offensive line. The left guard cutting through. So Prawl in the shotgun, Hardell to his right. 3 receivers top of your screen. On the keeper, Hardell's actually going to get it on the left side. He'll cut upfield, still going in just shy of midfield. He'll get brought down right at midfield, the gain of 9. And that was a good fake by Hardell, who's had a couple moments where he's been effective.
Yeah, that was a nice job, and Hardell has liked going off the left side. He did in the first quarter so far. Just did that now, obviously. Second down and 1 right at midfield.
And he's the type of guy where if you're not used to these fields, you're slipping and sliding everywhere, your big running back who can cut upfield and just drive forward is going to help. Counterplay, Hardell cuts inside into Edgar territory to the 39, a gain of 11 more. And another first down for Iola-Scandinavia.
This is exactly what the Thunderbirds needed, a late flag coming in as the official pointed towards Edgar again. And it looks like Kyle Brewster again, or Connor Wolf.
I know Brewster was kind of waving after he made that big. He's kind of looking over to the Iola sideline. These two, these teams don't play each other often. I don't know if there's that much dislike for each other.
Yeah,
they just shouldn't be right now.
Him and Jaworski have been going at it so far tonight, and Connor Wolf gets called on that one, another unsportsmanlike on the Wildcats.
As he'll get pulled off the field.
That is a 15-yard penalty.
Which makes me think that there were some verbal exchanges.
Huh?
Makes me think there were some verbal exchanges between the two, as well as a timeout. As Edgar will take the timeout, we'll keep it here with 4:50 to play here in the first half. And you look at this one, Edgar's dominating. Iola having a great drive right now, but that's a second personal foul on the Wildcats. And Coach Sins is not going to be happy with that. You can't be doing that. Even you have a big lead, but Iola's a quick strike team. You cannot be letting that happen.
Well, and that's why at a time like this, take a timeout, get Iola's offense, stop driving as well as they have, give your defense a little break, and just get your head back into the game. They started back at their 20-yard line, and obviously another good drive here, or a good drive for Iola, but a couple big hitters, early hitters on first down for the Thunderbirds, allowing them to get this nice drive going, and a big another, as you mentioned, another unsportsmanlike penalty, personal foul on Edgar, their second of the game. So Iola threatening at their Edgar's 24.
So first down and 10 for Iola-Scandinavia, like I said, at the 24-yard line of the Edgar Wildcats. They'll line up Finch and Judds to the bottom of your screen. Hardell will back behind Parker Prawl. And I'm guessing of the official has talked to the captains of both teams to let them know, essentially knock it off.
Yeah.
I will turn this field around. 4:50 to play. They'll send a man in motion. Back to throw. Fading away, looking to Jaworski. Underthrown. Jaworski cannot make the play, and it's incomplete. He almost got us a little bit underthrown, but Jaworski cannot quite make the play, and it's second down.
Yeah, Connor Wolf back into the game.
Thunderbirds went right at him.
Yeah, after his personal foul, and is able just to get in the face of Jaworski enough as Marcus went for the one-handed catch attempt and just out of the reach of Jaworski.
He'll line up top of your screen. He's flanked out. Prawl. Handoff Hardell. He'll dive his way. Looks like he'll be just shy of the 20. Gain of 3 for Bry Hardell.
Bry Hardell, the ball carrier, for a gain of 3 yards.
So mark at the 21. Third down and about 7.
And on the tackle.
Lemmer and Bumgarner involved. Hit. Quick snap. Hardell, he'll get in, and he will get inside the 20, but he will be short of the line to gain. He'll gain about 3 more, make it about a 4th and a 4 or 5. And
Hardell, the ball carrier, gain of 4.
They'll give him a gain of 4.
Iola in the Drexler Transport Red Zone for the first time. Drexler Transport is a family-oriented company that treats you like family. Visit DrexlerTransport.com to apply today.
Give Hardell a gain of 3 on that last play. 4th down, 4 yards to go for Iola-Scandinavia. Big chance for the Edgar Wildcats to keep the shutout intact early on here in the first half. As Heisey on the sweep, he's got to try and turn it upfield. He will not get there. He takes a big hit on the side by, which looks like Schuett.
Just the energy from Edgar is unmatched right now, and a big stop for Edgar after Iola had a nice drive going. 3:40 to go in the first half, and we've seen it so far. Edgar, if they want to be, can be a quick-hitting team and give some big yardage. We'll see what Coach Sins has in mind here. His team up 4 touchdowns with 3:40 left.
They'll mark it at the 18, so no gain on the play for Heisey. Strung out well is now Edgar with a first down and 10 with 3:40 to play. Wolf under center. Handoff off right side, Dalkey, he cuts through the hole. He turns upfield, he's still going. Hardell trying to stay with him up the far sideline, and Hardell finally chases him down as he approaches the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 41.
Austin Dalkey with the
if you're Bry Hardell, you got to know a little bit better than that to try and arm shove Austin Dalkey to the ground. Austin just bounced off of him and gained another 15 yards after that attempt.
Gain of 23 on the play for Dalkey, his second longest run of the night. As with 3:15 remaining, Wildcats line up with a wing left with that split back formation. This time handoff, Brewster again off left side, trying to turn the corner with Caden Judd. Stiff arms him to the ground, cuts the field up the near side, one man to beat. With a big hit on Jaworski, he'll get to the 30. Senior on senior, and a flag comes in late again.
With a 29-yard gain down the left sideline.
You cannot flag somebody for celebrating.
Only way I can say is if something was said.
Yeah, that's.
And it could be on Iola. We don't know. It's after the play. Ball got to the 30. It was a gain of 29.
Another nice run by Kyle Brewster, putting the lick on Marcus Jaworski.
And it is on Edgar.
The indication is a dead ball personal foul penalty on the Wildcats.
As the coaching staff wanted to know what happened, what was said. Of course, the crowd not liking it. But we don't know what's going on.
Yeah, exactly right.
From the end of the run. Result of the play is a first down for the Edgar Wildcats.
And that gets into tough waters right in front of the Edgar bench, or right in front of the Edgar sideline after a big lick put on Jaworski by Brewster, and a first down for Edgar.
And of course, these officials, Clarius, we've had some tough games over the years.
Yeah.
They keep things tight. There's a dive off left guard from Dalkey. He'll get a gain of about 5. Heisey will make the tackle, but Dalkey never went to the ground.
Austin Dalkey, the ball carrier, gain of 5 yards for the Wildcats.
So gain of 5 for the
Tackle
senior.
made by Kyle Heisey and Hayden Nelson. 2nd and 5.
So right now, it seems like the worst enemy has been
line.
Post-play Wildcats so far. Iola hasn't been able to stop them.
Yeah, it's just been ground and pound for Edgar, and a couple of nice throws by Connor Wolf, but getting the job done on the ground where, again, Iola only gives up 35 yards per game on the ground.
There's Brewster off the right tackle trying to turn off field, and Jaworski will wrap him up and bring him down with a gain of about 5 more. It's going to be close to a first down.
Kyle Brewster, the ball carrier on the play, gain of 3 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 2.
So they did not give him forward progress, so it's only a gain of 3.
Tackle made by Marcus Jaworski.
Looked like one of the line judges was at the 30. They mark him back at the 32. 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, big 3rd down coming for Edgar. 2 yards to get, but probably 4 down territory, up by 4 touchdowns.
Both teams with 2 timeouts as well. Handoff left side to Brewster, trying to turn off field. He will. Breaks through the first tackle. It's a great block up the sideline. He'll get knocked out of bounds, and then a late hit. And there's the flag on Iola-Scandinavia. Brought down at the 17-yard line. Gain of 20 for Brewster. As the late hit came in after, they couldn't tell he was out of bounds. He got hit late, and that's an easy call every time.
Yeah, it was tiptoeing out of bounds near the yard marker, the little thing they have out there, and got pushed out or down by the legs. And I mean, it's not going to be a big penalty, but it is a personal foul penalty.
And it's a pretty obvious one.
Yep.
So that's 4 in this half.
Yeah.
And I can't think of the last time I saw that as Edgar back in the Draxler Transport Red Zone again tonight.
Draxler offers a Steele Health primary care at zero cost to the driver. Visit DraxlerTransport.com to apply today.
6 play of the drive for the Wildcats. Ball at the 9. Dalkey to the left. Brewster off. Dalkey's going to get it. He'll try and turn upfield. Gets a block. Turns upfield. He will diving for the pylon. And he is short. About a yard short. He'll gain about 8.
Again, just the offensive tackles for Edgar do such a great job of holding their blocks for a second, and then when their running backs bounce out to the outside, their outsides, they let go of the blocks and don't get called for a whole lot of holdings, and that just goes to show how well the line is and continues to be for Edgar tonight.
The Thunderbirds have to make a substitution, either in equipment or blood, or it's Hardell, looks like, and it looks like they're taking his helmet. Looks like just an equipment issue. He's not going off for any sort of testing.
Yep.
But either way, that's their leading tackler off the field now with 1 yard to go for Edgar. Dive play up the middle, and a touchdown for Brewster, his third.
Touchdown, Wildcats. Kyle Brewster with a 1 yard.
So Brewster with his third of the half.
That brings the score.
Yeah, just continuing to put up his touchdown numbers. Keep adding it. Keep adding to it. Mondovi not playing tonight, and so see if Kyle Brewster. I don't know how many the kid from Mondovi has, but Kyle Brewster's got to be getting right up there.
I think so. He passed Prawl now.
Yep.
He was 2 behind. He passed Parker Prawl.
Connor Wolf with the extra point attempt.
With his 30, up to 22 on the season. Wolf to kick the extra point. Snap perfect. The hold good. The kick is a line drive kick.
Nope.
And it is no good. So 58 seconds left. We will keep it here for the rest of the half. 34-0 Edgar. As they continue to dominate this game.
Yeah, we'll see if we can, if anybody knows in our comments section how many touchdowns a kid from, what were we saying? From Mondovi has. Let us know, otherwise we'll try and find it for you and let you know. But Kyle Brewster doing it all, offensively, defensively. He had 1 punt return, and well on his way to a phenomenal finish to his high school career that he has just been dominating here tonight and throughout the year. And we'll see him on the hardwood as well coming up this winter for Edgar, part of our 15 Edgar Wildcat game package with Zaleski Sports this winter for basketball. Both boys and girls Edgar Wildcats basketball teams should be right at the top of the conference this year. The boys, I believe, the girls were picked to win the conference, and the boys has got to be right up there as well. A nice year last year for Edgar basketball, and gonna continue it again this year with McKenna Gooden back for the Wildcats girls basketball team.
Is Kyle Heisey.
Absolutely, Heisey and Prawl back to return for Iola-Scandinavia. 58 seconds left in the first half. Kickoff be taken by Madison Butt. Of course, Edgar does get the ball to start the second half as well. Caught by Hardell back in the game. He'll cut upfield to the 30. Cuts upfield to the 35, breaking a couple of tackles, and he'll finally get brought down at about the 37 with 49 seconds remaining.
Butts kick down to
yeah, we'll see how the Thunderbirds come out here with just about 50 seconds left. They had a nice drive going, and then got stopped on 4th down. But we'll see if Iola can give Parker Prawl enough time to find his receivers downfield.
And again, the key play of the last drive, the timeout called after the personal foul. Edgar calmed down and took over on 4 straight plays after that. Heisey in motion behind Prawl. Prawl takes play action pass, looking to throw. Throws it to Hardell, spins away from the first man, but he will not get more. But as Austin Dalkey there for the hit, he'll gain 2.
Again, if Edgar does miss a tackle, Austin Dalkey and any other Wildcat is right there to help clean up.
Tackle made by Edgar's Austin Dalkey.
Give him a gain of 2. Clock runs. Prawl looking for a quick dump off. Tardell cuts a field. He would cut down past the 40 to the 40, about the 43 or 44, a gain about 7. And it looks like Iola's going to be content to take it to the half.
Cleaned up by Jordan Bunkelman.
Jordan Bunkelman, number 20 with the tackle. Iola can maybe get one more playoff, and they do. Prawl, hesitation, he's going to look to throw. Rolling left. Pressure coming, he's going to throw it over the middle. Got his man Jaworski. He'll get inside the 40 to the 38. Gain of 19 to Jaworski, and that takes us to the half. We've played 24 minutes, and it is all Edgar. Your score through the first half is Edgar 34, Iola-Scandinavia 0. We'll take a break. We'll come back with your halftime show in a few minutes. We are back after these messages on Zaleski Sports.
34-0.
Welcome back to Edgar, where the Wildcats a dominant first half, lead 34-0 over the Iola-Scandinavia Thunderbirds, and dominant is to say the least. They're both sides of the ball. They come out lots of energy and made Iola punt on their first 3 or 4 possessions. Iola had a nice drive in the second quarter, but no prevail on their inside the 20-yard line, and fourth down. Edgar came back, a couple of nice runs by Kyle Brewster and Austin Dahlke, and all capped off by Kyle Brewster's 3rd touchdown of the night. Kyle's been doing it all, offensively, defensively. He has an interception, a couple big hits, and just playing like it is, and it is his last game as an Edgar Wildcat here tonight. Again, hats off to both teams. Just a tough way to finish your season, knowing that you weren't going to be able to go down to Madison tonight. This morning would have been state championship Thursday. Divisions 4, 5, 6, and 7 would have played today. Obviously, Division 7 being at 10 a.m., 6 at 1, 5 at 4, and then 4 at 7, and then they would have finished it off tomorrow. But we mentioned it during the first half, hats off to all these kids to stay healthy, be able to play all 9 games, or 7 regular season games, and then now these 2 final postseason games. And just hats off to Iola, hats off to Edgar, and everybody around the state that have been able to play here in the fall. Mike mentioned it. Thank our sponsors. Thank everyone for watching. We've had over 100 broadcasts this fall, nearly 200 coming this winter if everything stays up to tip-top shape with health and everything. It just continues to impress with these kids that continue to stay healthy through these crazy times. We're happy to sit in the cold at times and bring you these fine football games so you can sit at home and enjoy some high school football on this final Thursday. I think there is one game being played tomorrow, maybe in the eastern part of the state, but all the other games being played tonight, as it is Championship Thursday, and obviously with deer hunting starting on Saturday, people want to travel and get to their stands tomorrow. So Micah, dominant first half by Edgar, 34-0. Really wasn't expecting, but the energy for Edgar is unmatched so far here tonight.
It is, and that has been a double-edged sword at times for Edgar. So I'm not factoring in penalty yardage for this total yardage. So take that for what it is. I am not factoring in penalties. Edgar, 319 yards of offense in the first half. Iola-Scandinavia, 62.
Well, and that, I mean, they had two very long drives, 88 yards to start the game, and it was 82. 82
the last one, yep.
Yeah, and just the long yards. They don't take a whole lot of time off the clock when they do score, but they have long, sustaining drives.
As we take a look at some of the individual numbers for Edgar, Connor Wolf, 3 of 3, 107 yards and a touchdown. The last pass he threw was the touchdown to Weisenberger.
Yep.
Rushing-wise, Brewster, you talked about he having a monster half in his final game. 13 carries, 130 yards, and 3 scores. And that puts him over the 1,000-yard mark this season for Kyle Brewster. So congrats to him as he continues his big-time season. Dalkey, 10 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown for him. Receiving-wise, 1 catch for 45 for Gooden, 1 for 38 for Dalkey. So Dalkey with 120 yards of total offense. And Weiser, of course, for the 24-yard touchdown reception. For Iola-Scandinavia, Parker Prowan, 6 of 10 for 68 yards and an interception. However, rushing-wise, 7 carries, minus 39 yards because you factor in the sack yardage. And for a quarterback who is coming in with over 1,300 yards, that's not a good number.
No.
Bry Hardell, 11 carries, 33 yards. He's had a solid half, but again, footing has been tough for him. Heisey, 1 carry, didn't get anything. Jaworski, the leading receiver for the Thunderbirds, 2 catches, 35 yards. Heisey had a 13-yard catch, Judd 12 yards, and 2 catches for 8 yards for Hardell. Defensively, again, all Edgar. Sacks from Dalkey, Bauman, Weisenberger, and Knetter. Interception by Brewster on the tip.
Yep.
It's, again, the Wildcats. Now, of course, there's been a debate going on in the comments section about how Edgar would stand against some other teams, say Kimberly. And of course, no one's saying that any of these teams are probably going to go head-to-head with Kimberly or Muskego or whatever, but I would say go down Division 4, maybe just 5, but 5, 6, and 7, I don't see a team that's matching Edgar right now.
Yeah, it's just unreal on how fundamentally sound they are, continue to be year after year, decade after decade. It just... The way that Coach Sins has these kids continuing to play over and over is just unbelievable. And again, they're losing all the seniors, and we mentioned we'll get to them in just a little bit. But just the way that Coach Sins rebuilds and keeps on getting these kids to come out and play is. And when you have a winning mentality, a winning program like Edgar has, it's kind of easy to do that.
There's another one I saw from a commenter which says, because like it seems like Iola-Scandinavia, they took them a few years to get back after the Colton Zimmerman years to the Connor Kirky, Bryce Hittner year when they won the state championship. There was a stretch where they were kind of finding their way again. Edgar doesn't retool, they reload. And a great comment by whoever, I don't have it in front of me, but a great job finding that and saying that. It's true. We've seen it with Stratford year after year. We see it with Edgar year after year after year. We see it with schools like Kimberly, like Catholic Memorial, like Blackhawk Warren, St. Mary's Springs. Those schools, the schools that are elite, and it is very obvious that Edgar is one of the elite schools of the past 40 years in high school football in Wisconsin. And there's no way around it.
Well, yeah, and that just and talking about St. Mary Springs, as we did a little bit before, WISA, when they were in WISA with Coach Highland, there have been dominant programs. Edgar has been up there just about every year, and that's closing in on, I believe, close to 40 years, if not longer than that. And it's just unbelievable how they continue to retool, as you mentioned, and get these kids in a school that has 190 kids in the high school. They just continue over and over, year after year, to get football players to come out and play. And winning is a good indicator of wanting kids to come out, and that is a good sign that Edgar has had over the last number of decades as they continue to rack up wins for Coach Sins.
Absolutely, and I mean, I hope, and again, the debate going on in the comments, I hope to see this going forward, that next year, hopefully when things are back to normal,
yep,
we see some non-conference games. We've seen over the years this series, of course, here at Amherst. We see Amherst, St. Mary Springs play after year.
Yep.
Obviously, now they're non-conference. Hopefully, we see Stratford and Edgar year after year after year. I want to see Amherst and Edgar.
Yeah.
I want to see Edgar and Springs.
Yep.
Have Edgar play Iola again. Like, have Lake Country Lutheran come up and play someone. Like, the best thing for any team, especially an elite program, as we've seen some of these schools who have played these tough non-conference games, the best way to get your team going, even if you don't get the win on it, is to play these bigger schools and hold your own.
Well, and that's what Edgar did, and that's what a number of these schools, as you mentioned, continue to do year after year. They took on Alaska, they took on Portage, they took on Shawano, they took on Reedsville. They just continue to find kids and find teams that want to play, and then you have teams that don't want or don't have the mentality and don't want to come and play these teams. The teams that are down, Almond Bancrofts, the Rochelle was good this year. Almond Bancrofts, the teams that struggle once they have that one class that goes through, that don't want to continue to have to play these tough non-conference schedules. But it goes that way in all sports. If you have a good non-conference schedule, it gets you ready for those tougher conference games and into the postseason where you might see them again.
Well, absolutely, and you have nothing to lose by making those games. I remember 12 or 13 years ago in Iola-Scandinavia in 07 when they went to state. They had to go play Lake Geneva Badger.
Yep.
They had to go play. That's a big school. Going and playing, and that gives you that mentality. Edgar playing Iola-Alaska, playing Shawano, playing
Yep.
Portage. Marshfield playing a school like Chippewa Falls. Like
Yep.
that's playing those schools like that helps you so much. And
Yeah.
when you look at what Edgar's done, it's the numbers bear fruit.
Yep.
They really do.
Yep. Yeah, and it's just, and again, we continue to mention it. It's just, and Edgar, and we saw in the comments, and Edgar isn't going to go and play a Kimberly, Muskego, Homestead, Arrowhead, any of those Division I schools, and why would you when you only have 30 guys on your roster and they have 30 guys on their freshman team that aren't going to suit up in a varsity game for a number of years. But as you mentioned, in Edgar and Amherst, Edgar and Stratford, which is now going to be a non-conference game if they face off, which I think they were going to in week 2 of the non-conference season. And I mean, get an Iola and Marathon, or Marathon's down, but have an Iola and Edgar game every year. I mean, just to have competitive games, and that's what you see in the FBS and FBS more so now, that you want to schedule more or tougher non-conference games, because that's what the playoff committee or whatever looks at to see if you are qualified to get into there. You still see the Wisconsins against Eastern Michigan, Wisconsin's against all these schools, but then Wisconsin, Notre Dame, Wisconsin, Alabama. LSU a couple years ago, and it's going to be important for those schools to get teams that are to their competition and get them ready for the postseason.
Well, absolutely. And so when we do this now, we're going to keep it a short post game so you can go and talk to Coach Sins after the game.
Yep.
So let's do it now because they're going to put some time on the clock as teams warm up. This is, again, the final night of the season. So just very quick, I want to take a moment for both teams, the seniors.
Yep.
And just as they wrap up, congratulations. Both these teams their senior class have had some great careers between them.
Yeah.
For Iola-Scandinavia, Ryan Finch, Marcus Jaworski, Kyle Heisey, Bry Hardell, Parker Draff, Hayden Nelson, Keith Fenn, Kate Honkin, and Riley Knorr, the seniors for the Thunderbirds. That class, 2 state championship appearances.
Yeah.
The first ever state championship in school history. I was there to broadcast that game, and it was a moment for them. It was huge.
Yep.
And that built this program back up.
Well,
so,
yeah, and that helps a lot. Obviously, Coach Erickson's been there for a long time, but to be able to finally get over that hump and know that, hey, our school won a state championship in football, and we've had the guns, we've had the guys to do it, but now we're there, we've done it, and let's go do it again.
Absolutely, and of course for Edgar, Milligan Larson, Brady Lemmer, and Austin Seibert, the Edgar seniors. Again, multiple state appearances. They've played Blackhawk tough back-to-back years. They've been able to make some deep runs.
Yep.
And again, for both teams, obviously this hasn't been the season you wanted. It's been a battle. It's perseverance. Whether you're in and out of school, you're in and out of practice.
Yep.
You're kind of on eggshells at times, but the resilience, the drive, the determination of both these teams, players, coaches, trainers, teachers, custodians, like everyone.
Yep.
It has been a group effort for both these towns, Iola-Scandinavia and Edgar.
Yep.
And just as a broadcaster, it makes our jobs easy, but the biggest of respect and kudos to both school districts, the players, the coaches, the teachers, for doing what they could and getting both these teams on the field and healthy.
Yeah, and absolutely, and obviously Iola has been able to, or was able to play a full conference season, and Edgar has had games. They only played 3 conference games, and sometimes they didn't know who their opponent was until maybe a Wednesday or even a Thursday before the game, and were able to find teams. And kudos, as you mentioned, to all these teams and all these coaches, coaching staffs reaching out to other schools to be able to just get a game. And we saw it a while ago. We saw it a while ago where or a couple weeks ago. Saw it a couple weeks ago where where Amherst was supposed to play a conference game, and then they got booted, and then they got a call at 3:30 in the afternoon. They called Marathon Marathon was supposed to have a game. Their opponent forfeited, and so Amherst drove up to Marathon, getting the word at 3:30 in the afternoon. And kudos to these 2 schools. Kudos to everybody in the state. Just be able to get their games in this year.
Well, it's not even for Amherst. Look at last week. They had to go play. They played Lake Country Lutheran last week.
Yeah, Lake Country Lutheran came up to
Amherst. That was a championship rematch.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just, just fantastic. And we can't say enough. Thank you to everyone. You mentioned you went through the list, but just thank everyone for helping us bring you these games, athletic directors, custodial staffs, to come to all these venues. Not really sure where we're going to stand or sit, but again, over 100 broadcasts this fall, and not everything went smoothly, but 98% of the games did. And just closing out a fall season unlike any other, and hopefully we'll never have a fall season like this again. But we hope everyone had a great season. Hope everyone
Iola-Scandinavia will be defending the north end zone.
And hope everyone had a good year watching and tuning in to us this year.
Absolutely, and hopefully everyone does enjoy also the final half of football this season. Here from Edgar, it'll be Wildcat ball to start things off. Dalkey and Brewster looks like they'll head back to return. As now Edgar, they're 1 point. That missed extra point kind of looming large right now, because I think they would have started a running clock.
Yeah, and they start the second half with the ball, and we'll see how quickly Coach Sins wants to jump the gun. 3 guys back there to receive the kickoff. but it's
Teeing it up for
going to be a
Iola-Scandinavia
good, fun second half. We'll see what kind of adjustments Coach.
For those of you who remember 11 years ago now,
Yeah.
that Super Bowl kick, that onside kick by the Saints. It is Parker Prawl to kick off. Gooden, Brewster, and Dalkey back to return. And this is going to be a little rolling kick picked up on by Dalkey on the side, and he will go out of bounds on the far sideline. They'll mark him at the 34-yard line. And so Edgar will start there, first down and 10.
On the return.
With 4 seconds into this third quarter.
Yeah, score from Stratford, the Wittenberg-Burnhamwood Chargers, making the trip over to Tiger Stadium, up 13-7 at halftime. 2 quick touchdowns at the end of the second quarter, including a big broken tackle touchdown, and now they lead the Tigers by 6. Stratford putting it to Neilsville Grant last week, and had to take 2 weeks off before that for the issue, but.
Rematch from the first game of season 2 between Wittenberg and Stratford. And Stratford handled it pretty solidly there. This time the Chargers bouncing back. Right now here from Edgar, the Wildcats, first and 10 from the 34. Handoff to Dalkey. He'll drive his way forward. He'll get hit by Nelson. Judd's involved there as well. Jaworski. He'll gain 2.
Tackled by a gang of Thunderbirds, bringing up
just went right into the teeth of the defense and tried to get those legs moving for Austin Dalkey to no prevail on that one for the Edgar Wildcat.
And you know what, this time Thunderbird's playing for pride.
Yep.
Send the seniors out right. And you know they're going to be playing hard the rest of the way.
Yeah, if you missed any of this matchup, we'll have highlights later up at Zaleski Sports with an interview with winning coach and Zaleski Sports player of the game. Nice tackle there. Down goes Brewster.
Will Tappa makes a tackle on Brewster. He'll gain about 2. And it'll be third down. Brewster he moves to a complete stop, Le'Veon Bell style, and tries to get back. But again, that time the lane discipline by the Thunderbirds was good. But Brewster doing enough to get in there and get a couple of yards, make it 3rd and 5.
Yeah, see if Connor Wolf is gonna throw it around again. Connor hasn't thrown a whole lot, just
3 for 3.
Yeah, 3 for 3 tonight,
but all 3 have gone for 20 yards or more. And he could have had another one if he'd actually thrown it.
Yeah, he had Drew Gooden wide open in the end zone.
As now in the reverse, Brewster's going to look to throw. He's going to throw it deep, looking for Gooden. What a throw, and incomplete. Prawl on the coverage. That would have been something. It's a good throw, too.
Yeah, and just going back to I'm sure Edgar Wildcats fans don't want to hear it, but going back to the state championship last year, the roles were reversed on a play like that. Drew Gooden, I believe it was Drew, last year in the state championship game, threw a perfect pass to Kyle Brewster in the end zone, dropped it to Kyle, and went on to drop that game 6-0, but the first punt coming for the Wildcats.
As Parker Prawl is going to be in at about his own 30. Brewster to kick. Jaworski will head to that back there with Prawl to return. 30 or a minute 36 into the second half.
Is Parker Prawl and Marcus Jaworski.
Good defensive stand for the Thunderbirds.
Some light pressure, a line drive punt end over end will be picked up by Jaworski. He'll cut through, and he's still going up the far side. He'll get spun down at the 44-yard line. Return of about 14 yards for Jaworski, and Iola-Scandinavia will start there.
14-yard punt return.
For Iola-Scandinavia with 10-12 remaining. Wolf with the tackle.
Yeah, a good stand defensively for Iola out of the halftime break. Good punt return and good starting field position for the Thunderbirds on their first drive of the second half.
As they'll line up with a 3-man backfield. And they'll dive it up the middle with Hardell. He'll get past the 45. About the 40. They'll mark him at the 46 for a gain of 2.
Bry Hardell, the ball carrier for the Thunderbirds.
Hardell has not been able to find much room yet tonight. He has a couple carries of 9, one of 11, but on that it's been 2, 3.
Yeah, and that was on that nice drive. That 9-yard run, I think, was on their first possession, but on that nice drive where they got stopped on 4th down. Hardell had a nice couple of runs for the Thunderbirds.
Prowl in the gun. He's going to motion his way out. Hardell's going to take the snap. He's going to look to throw. And he's going to throw it deep. What a throw. That was no call. That should have been offensive pass interference, but Prawl's going to make the catch.
Yeah, it was a great adjustment by Parker Prawl. Good throw by Bry Hardell, but
Hardell's
it's going to be inside the 15-yard line for the Thunderbirds. First time inside the Drexler Transport red zone here in the second half.
Second time in there tonight.
Thunderbirds, Drexler's flatbed driving opportunities that pay you 5 cents premium over van. Visit DrexlerTransport.com to apply today.
43 yards on the pass to Prawl. And he definitely looked like he may have gotten away with one. Either way, first down. He'll hand it off. Hardell will go nowhere. And it was big number 5, Dalkey, making the tackle.
And if you need a stop, Austin Dalkey is going to be right there for the Wildcats.
Baumgartner and Madison Butt.
Loss of 2 for Hardell.
That brings up second.
That was an angry tackle.
Yeah.
From Dalkey. Yeah, I don't know many teams that have gotten a 40-yard play on Edgar this decade.
Yeah, and he had
even last decade.
Going to do it again.
Hardell this time, he's going to keep it himself. He'll just cut upfield. Inside the 10, inside the 5, diving for the end zone. Touchdown, Hardell. They rule in, touchdown, Iola-Scandinavia, and they're on the board for the first time tonight.
That was a nice drive for Iola-Scandinavia. 59 yards or so on the drive. A nice pass from Hardell to Prawl, and Hardell muscles his way in for the touchdown.
And it looks like Thunderbirds are going to go for 2. With Prawl in the shotgun, Hardell to his left. Now Heisey motions in. Handoff to Heisey, and he will walk in and get the 2. And just like that,
successful for
Iola-Scandinavia,
Kyle Heisey,
not really in it, but they're back on the board. 34-8-year score. We will keep it here in the third quarter, so we can remind you guys about awards and more. Awards and more is your
for the Wildcats and 8.
Awards and more, your one-stop location. As we had a court fall down, we're right here though, getting ready for the kickoff. You guys set up for this one? As soon as we get set for the kickoff, we'll try this again. Awards and More is your one-stop location for awards, plaques, trophies, embroidery, screen printing, and promotional products. Awards and More is also the proud sponsor of the Zaleski Sports Athlete of the Month. Vote for the Awards and More Zaleski Sports Athlete of the Month at ZaleskiSports.com. Visit Awards and More on Facebook to begin your next trophy order. As we got our audio, our soundboard fixed up, some technical issues. I'm blaming the cold. But as we get set to resume play, Michael, I'm here with Steve May. Sherman Zaleski on the board for us tonight. Prawl to kick off again. The 3-headed monster to return for Edgar. Gooden, Brewster, and Dalkey. Here in quarter number 3, 8:30 remaining. Again, big thanks to Fleet Farm, Sheartar Awards and More. We'll hear about BAME Insurance later on this second half. And of course, your Nathan Military post-game show coming up after tonight's matchup. Prawl with a high end-over-end kick will take Brewster back inside his 5. He'll make the catch at the 5. Turns upfield. He's got plenty of room. He's going to try and turn off to the left. Flag comes in off from the side. He'll get brought down at the 26-yard line. Heisey makes the tackle.
Received at the 5-yard line by Kyle Brewster.
We'll see what they call.
26-yard line. Penalty flag on the play.
With the way that came in, you got to think it's going to be on Edgar again.
Yeah, and they're another block in the back on the Wildcats.
And if there's been one issue for Wildcats, it's been penalties. But other than that, they've been thoroughly dominant.
Wildcats.
So they'll move him back, and that'll put him
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul
at the 16-yard line.
Yeah, again, momentum so far has swung to Iola here in
the
second half, so it's going to be first and 10.
At their own 17.
At the 17 so far. Quick 3 and out by Edgar on their offense or on defense and see what they do here. And
As they'll
good
just
stop for the Thunderbirds.
send a big run up the middle. Looked like Dalkey.
Kyle Brewster, the ball
Sorry,
carrier,
Brewster
gain
will
of
make the
2
tackle. He'll gain
yards up
2.
to the 19-yard line. Tackled by a pack of Thunderbirds.
Fenn, one of the Thunderbirds involved with that hit. As play continues. Under 8 minutes to play. As Wolf under center. Toss played. Dalkey, he'll hesitate. Now cut back upfield. He'll get hit first by Heisey. And he'll get brought down past the 20 to the 24-yard line. Gain of 5 for Dalkey.
Yeah, again, just
Austin Dalkey carries
good
the football for a
adjustment in
gain
the
of
second
4
half.
yards. Tackled at the
Good adjustment in the
24-yard
second
line.
half here for
That brings up third
Iola
and
so
3
far.
for the
Third down and
Wildcats.
3. It'd be a huge stop for the Thunderbirds to get another 3 and out against this Edgar offense.
7:10 and counting remaining here in the third quarter. Third down and 3 for the Edgar Wildcat offense. They'll send Gooden in motion. Toss play Brewster going left. Gets a block from Dalkey, cuts upfield. He's got the first down and more. And gets knocked out of bounds on the near side by
Kyle
Finch.
Brewster around the left end, pushed out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Gain of 16 yards.
And so a gain of 16 yards for Brewster. So now 16 carries for 150 yards for Brewster.
And that was a huge first down for Edgar. Get out of the shadow of their own end zone. Get a big gain by their big gainer, Kyle Brewster, and get some breathing room.
Under 7 minutes to play, clock stopped, out of bounds at 6:52. Quick snap, toss play. Dalkey makes a great recovery on it. He'll cut up the far sideline, still going, and he'll get knocked out of bounds shy of midfield. As looks like they'll give him a gain of 6.
On right end, gain of 6 yards.
And it'll be 2nd and 4 for Edgar, and that's the key when you get a good first down gain for both either team. If you can get 5 or 6 yards on first down, makes things that much easier.
Yeah, and that goes to show the confidence that Coach Sins and the Wildcats coaching staff has in their ball club. They gave up a touchdown, a quick 3 and out on their first possession, gave up a touchdown defensively, and marching right here on their second one.
Sweep going on the counter, going left. Brewster trying to stiff arm Finch. He does, and gets knocked out of bounds by Judds. And he will get into Iola-Scandinavia territory to the 44.
9 yards, pushed out of bounds.
Gain of 9 on the play.
4-yard line. But that
As this game starting to get again, getting a little bit chippy. That hit was right on the edge on the sideline. Some talking going back and forth.
I mean, 4 personal fouls in the first half?
Both teams are confident, and both teams have a lot of pride.
Yep, yeah, and knowing that it is their last game of the year, putting it all out onto the field, and Iola being in a position they haven't been in all year, taking it out a little bit.
Off tackle run by Dalkey. He will dive forward to the 41, a gain of 3. Second down coming up. That was a pretty straightforward run for Dalkey.
Yeah.
In more ways than one.
And sometimes when you see it, Connor Wolf, and sometimes Drew Gooden does it as well. On the handoffs, Connor will fake jump pass, and sometimes Drew Gooden will, in his wide receiver position, jump and fake the catch as well. Kind of funny to watch, kind of fun to watch, but see if they do it on this play.
Gooden at the top of your screen, Wolf under center. Fullback dive to Brewster. On the keeper on the option. Wolf pitches to Dalkey. Dalkey's going to be up the far sideline. One man to beat. He'll get knocked out of bounds. Inside the 20. They will mark him at the 16-yard line. Gain of 25 as Edgar back in the Draxler Transport red zone.
Connor Wolf's QB
Drexler Transport drivers are always home for the requested time off. Visit DrexlerTransport.com to apply today. That was the first straight-up option play we've seen tonight. And
really from either team.
Yeah, and just a perfect read by Connor Wolf and a good burst of speed for Austin Dalkey.
First down and 10, ball at the 16-yard line for Edgar. We're going to answer right back. On the after again, pitches it out, this time going left. Brewster gets hit low, and he'll get cut down at the 10. Gain of 6. Second down and 4 for Edgar.
Kyle Brewster.
As Brewster continues his mammoth senior night.
On the play. Tackle made
by as we mentioned in the first half, we're going to see Kyle and a couple of these, Drew Gooden, handful of these Wildcats back out on the hardwood coming up. Basketball starts on Monday. Girls basketball started this previous Monday. First Edgar girls basketball game comes up on Tuesday. Edgar and Assumption will have that game for you.
Hand off Dalkey. He'll try and cut up right side. We'll tap a first man to hit him. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And Wolf did do the jump pass fake. Just having some fun.
Yeah.
Tackle made by Iola's Will Tappa on the play.
Yeah, nobody touched Tappa on the block, and
Tap, another guy you'll see on the basketball court for the Thunderbirds this year.
Yeah, and just nobody touched him to the path to Austin Dalkey.
Third down and 4. 4.5 to play here in the third quarter. 34-8. Edgar leads the way in this Division 6 matchup. This time Dalkey just cuts inside, driving his legs forward. He'll get the first down, or at least very, very close to it. It's all going to depend on the spot with this one.
Austin Dalkey,
just again
and it is a first down.
Yards on the play.
Mark it just inside the 6.
Got the chains. We have first and goal for the Wildcats.
First down, goal to go for Coach Sins and the Edgar Wildcats as he makes the play call. Sends it in. They like to rotate their receivers. Last week, Schuett was one of them, but this time it looks like mostly Gooden.
Yeah, big full house now. Even Drew Gooden's in on the line as a tight end.
Handoff, Brewster. He'll drive inside. He will not get to the goal line, but he will get to the 3. Looks like about a gain of 2 on the play.
Kyle Brewster for a gain of 2.
It's second down and goal.
So Brewster now at 22 touchdowns.
Correct.
Tanner Marsh from Mondovi coming into their game against Hilbert was at 22. And so we'll see. Obviously, I'm sure Tanner, he had 22 of their 30 rushing touchdowns for Mondovi. I'm sure he'll add a couple more to his total tonight. See if Kyle Brewster can do the same.
We had a couple of all-state running backs.
Yeah.
Battling for that crown. Dalkey, he'll dive in, and he is he in? Where's the mark? Touchdown, Edgar. Dalkey again from 3 yards out. On the 11th play of the drive, Edgar scores. 3 yards from Dalkey.
Yeah,
His second.
That brings your score.
That was a nice, long, impressive, sustaining drive. Started at their own 17-yard line, picked up a couple of big third downs, and Austin Dalkey finishing it off.
11 plays, 83 yards, 5 minutes and 24 seconds.
And that, again, comes off of giving up a touchdown the first of the game and having your offense out there, sustaining a nice drive and answering right back.
Wolf to kick the extra point. He's 2 of 3 tonight. And Iola jumped offside. Jaworski was the first one to jump.
They've had nice pressure on him, but on the PAT, but a little too happy that time. And now they're going to switch it up and go for the 2.
Only got a yard to go, might as well.
Yep.
The indication is offside on Iola.
That means that Brewster heads back to the field.
Half the distance to the goal. Edgar will go for 2.
At that time, the Thunderbirds get the yellow laundry thrown their direction.
So we get you a score from Tiger Stadium. No scoreboard up there yet, but see if we can. It was 13-7 last time we saw. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter over in Stratford.
So those have the wing off to the left in the backfield. Looking to throw. He's going to throw it on the flat. Gooden bobbles it. He makes the catch, and he's got the 2. So a 2-point conversion good for Edgar. Gooden with his second conversion of the night.
2-point conversion.
And it's 42. We'll be be back right after this on Zaleski Sports.
A&B Process Systems has been a proud member of the Stratford community since 1973. You can find your next career in engineering, welding, and more at A&B Process Systems. Our campus also includes our exclusive Factory Acceptance Testing Center with full-service testing capabilities to ensure that your equipment will perform to your expectations. Visit A&B Process Systems on Facebook today for more information.
Back here from Edgar, 42-8 your score, under 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Wildcats with 5 touchdowns on the ground tonight, 1 through the air. Of course, the Brewster and Dahlke show continues here from Edgar. And speaking of Edgar, BAME Insurance of Edgar has been a pillar of the Edgar community for the last 50 years. BAME Insurance started in 1938, now in its 3rd generation of operation. BAME Insurance located at 223 South 3rd Avenue in Edgar and is a member of the PIA and Trusted Choice Independent Insurance Agent Associations. BAME Insurance and the BAME family are proud supporters of Edgar Athletics as well.
For the Wildcats is Madison Bunt.
And yeah, I think they're proud tonight with how this game has gone.
And Parker Prawl.
Proud tonight, proud all year. I mean, this is just an Edgar team that was looking for revenge at a state championship. State tournament this year, obviously, unfortunately, not going to have that, but showing why they are one of the top teams in all the state here tonight.
Heisey will return it, catch it at his 14-yard line, gets a block, tries to cut a field, dives past the 25 to the 28, and Thunderbirds will start there with their next possession, first down and 10.
14-yard line.
Return they made a nice. Iola made a nice adjustment at halftime on their first 3 and out. Came back with a couple of trick plays on their first possession, but just too little, too late. Not as Vince Lombardi said before the Packers went on the run. You didn't lose; you just ran out of time, and obviously down 42-8, you are losing, but. A couple of adjustments made just too late for the Thunderbirds.
Prawl handoff to Hardell. Hardell dives forward past the 30 to the 35. He'll gain about 6 yards on the play.
The ball carrier, gain of 6 for the Thunderbirds.
So on the right side, Hardell again. His final game, he's having a solid second half to start now.
Yeah.
Prawl will be back next season for Iola-Scandinavia
and
as they try and reload for next year. Again in Division 6.
Yeah, and Hardell not just getting it done on the ground. He had that 43 or something.
Reception.
Pass.
We caught it. Hardell threw it. Oh, yeah, Hardell threw it to Prawl, yeah. So, low snap, Prawl does pick it up, though. He's going to have to roll right. Dahlke with the pressure, and he's going to throw it away. Are they going to rule him down or not? Or are they going to rule it?
Parker Prawl's pass.
There, he just got it away.
Intended for Marcus
and there was
Jaworski.
receivers over
Jaworski was there.
Yep, and no
third
intentional
and 4.
That would have been number 14 on the season for Dahlke.
In just 8+ games. I mean, that's unreal.
He came in tied for the state lead in sacks, and he led in tackles for loss with 23. Those numbers you don't see in an 11-game college season.
No.
Prawl under center, 3rd down 4. Back to throw. He's got some time now. He's going to fake it. Now he's going to try and turn the corner. Breaks the first tackle. He'll keep it himself up the far sideline. He's going to get the first down and out of bounds. And they'll mark him at the 41. He'll gain 6.
Quarterback scramble. Out of bounds at the 41.
That's his longest run of the night.
But enough for a Thunderbirds first down.
So now 8 carries for minus 33 yards for Parker Prawl. And he came in over 1,300 this season.
Yeah, a guy that's had his way against just about every team that they've played and being shut down here tonight.
Prawl rolling right, getting a quick throw over the middle. Miscommunication, threw it in between his receivers, a flag down, and I think it's going to be an illegal formation called on Iola-Scandinavia. And it is an illegal formation.
The indication is a full start.
Just not enough players on the line.
That brings with it a 5-yard
now drop back 5.
penalty.
It looks like they're going to decline it. And they will decline the penalty. So it'll be 2nd down and 10.
The Edgar Wildcats have decided to decline the penalty.
They just want the ball.
Just trust your defense.
Therefore, it will be
Second and 10 from the 41-yard line. A minute 53 to play here in the third quarter. Here in Edgar. Prawl 6 of 12 passing. 0 of 2 this half. As a team, 111 yards passing. Prawl involved in all 111.
Yeah. Again, Iola coming in just 184 yards per game giving up, or maybe not even that much. 319 in the first half.
Prawl to throw. He's going to step up, going to rainbow it deep, looking for Finch. Overthrows him incomplete. Gooden was there in coverage.
Parker Prahl's pass.
But Prawl does have an arm, but that one just sailed on him a little bit. Up the near sideline.
Yeah, and if Finch,
that will bring up
Finch had
third and 10
slight step, and Drew Gooden was all twisted up and around, and so
it almost seemed like Gooden was watching the ball.
Yep.
Finch was watching Gooden, when it should be the other way around. But either way, it's an incomplete pass. Edgar, one more play from getting off the field. 3rd down and 10. Donkey's coming. And here he comes off right tackle.
Big blitz
Pressure coming, setting up a screen. It's tipped and incomplete. Knetter gets his hand on it.
Parker Prahl's
Nice shot by
pass falls incomplete.
That one, and I love watching. I'm loving watching Donkey, because what you do is you see him tap the hip of the lineman he's behind and saying, "This is the direction I'm going.
Yep.
You go the other way."
Yeah, and Iola's run that a couple times with the screen, and they've had some success on it that time. Nice job by R.J. Knetter to knock it down, so they couldn't get that big first down.
4th and 10, Thunderbirds will go for it. And now the setback punting unit. Donkey almost jumped off sides. He got back. And now he's going to throw it short. Got his man, and incomplete as Gooden celebrating it as Finch got drilled.
4th down.
And Edgar's fired up.
And if he would, if he would have had a completed pass, he still would have been 5 yards short. And another big hit.
For the Wildcats.
Tried for the fake punt, but it's going to be a turnover on downs. And good field position for the Wildcats with 96 seconds left in the third quarter.
And they are fired up. And I wonder, with this being the final game, do you pull the seniors and give them a moment, or do you let them play it out?
Depends on if they score before the fourth quarter.
Get that running clock going?
Yeah. We'll see. I don't know.
That's a decision that Coach Shins has to make. But under center, that twin backfield, Donkey turning upfield, he's going to break the first tackle. Tappa, he'll get out of bounds on the far side. Looks like he got about a yard. A good job, though, just to get that yard. Tappa had burst through.
Yeah, he bowed all the way back and
pushed out of bounds at the
just able to get that edge, maybe, like you mentioned, a yard. Maybe they didn't give him a yard.
2nd and 9.
So they give him no gain on the play.
It was 14-13 Stratford about halfway through the third quarter against Wittenberg-Burnwood, so a good game over at Tiger Stadium.
This time off the tackle, Brewster. He'll get inside the 40 to the 37. He'll gain about 4 with 3rd down coming up.
Another 3rd down. They were pretty obviously successful on their last drive. Had 3 and out to start the second half, but have
Jordan Bunkelman, the ball carrier for the Wildcats, gain of 4 on the play.
That's not correct. That is Bunkelman.
That brings up 3rd and 6.
That I did not know.
From the 37-yard
under a minute to go here in the third quarter. 42-8. Edgar, all Wildcats so far here tonight. 34-0 at halftime. Iola went down and scored on their possession in the third quarter. Stratford has had a good ball possession here in the second half.
As the toss play, Weisenberger's going to get the first down. He'll get inside the 30 to the 26-yard line, a gain of 11.
With a quick pitch around the left end.
As Edgar getting closer and closer to the red zone, but not quite there yet.
Edgar using everybody right now. Had Bunkelman on their last
1st and 10, Wildcats at the 26.
Used Weisenberger there, and I would assume, from what we're seeing right now, I would assume that Coach Sins would use the very clean white pants and uniforms of most of his backups in the fourth quarter. Austin Dahlke on the sidelines here with his team up big. They're going to run a play here before the quarter.
And it will be a gain of about 3 as we run to the end of the third quarter. That was Bunkelman who makes the tackle. They'll give him a gain of 2, and we'll head to quarter number 4. It is 42-8 Edgar on the way to another win, 9-0. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Experience choice risk-free at Mid-State Technical College. Your choice to learn with small in-person classes, online classes, innovative technology class options, or your choice of any combination to fit your needs. You can get your liberal arts degree and transfer as a junior to all UW colleges or in-demand employable skills. Start now to experience choice risk-free at Mid-State Technical College. Find out what risk-free means at mstc.edu.
No interest in water sports? Biking not really your thing? Want to add some excitement to your camping trip? Need more fun in your life? Hit the trails with an ATV or side-by-side from Bill's Service Center. At Bill's, your passion is our passion, and you'll find your fun with the latest from Can-Am or Polaris off-road products. When you need more fun, you need Bill's.
Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
Back here from Edgar, a Sweet Caroline blast over the PA system. It's just a good old high school football Thursday night, and we have 12 minutes remaining in the season. Edgar up 42-8 on Iola-Scandinavia.
Score from the Pacific Northwest as well. Have 16-7
Seattle
Seahawks over Kyler Murray.
Can we just put all 4 teams in and not have the NFC East in there?
Just eliminate the whole NFC East, right, Trevor? Cowboy fan.
Either way, back here from Edgar, now switching sides at the 23-yard line, 2nd down and 7. As they'll take a handoff off a right tackle, breaking the first tackle, but not the second. He'll get just shy of 22, about the 21-yard line. As Weisenberger with the carry.
2 on the play. Tackle made by Iola's Marcus Jaworski.
You see Kyle Brewster saying right at the 40-yard line, helmet off. He will be our Zaleski Sports Player of the Game. I'll talk to Kyle after the ball game, along with Coach Sins on his final game, and talk about his season and career a little bit. All those will be in our highlights later on tonight.
Again, Brewster, one of the finalists for the Crazy Legs Hirsch Award, as there's a play right up the gut as it to the 16-yard line with a gain of 5.
Yeah, watching Kyle for the first time tonight live, there's it would be tough to vote against anybody but Kyle Brewster playing as well as he has tonight.
As Edgar continues their run as they're back in the Draxler Transport red zone. And of course, with the Draxler Transport, they have flatbed driving opportunities. They pay a 5 cents per mile premium over van. Visit DraxlerTransport.com to apply today. We've said that a lot tonight.
Yeah.
I like to use Yogi Bear and so it's like hot butter through a knife.
Yeah.
And that's handoff up the middle to number 20 again, making sure I have the name right. So Bunkelman.
The ball for a gain of 4.
Austin Dahlke is on the sideline, still has his helmet on.
You may see him going on defense.
Yeah, RJ Knetter with his helmet off, and Drew Gooden coming off the field now. 10:15 to go, fourth quarter. Edgar on the doorsteps again.
And that would set off a running clock.
Yep.
If they were to get it in.
Yeah, Connor Wolf still in there for the Wildcats.
Bunkelman and Weisenberger. This time Weisenberger cut down inside the 10 by Heisey, who's doing a couple push-ups.
Again, we talked about it before the game.
Aiden Weisenberger carries the ball for a gain of 3. Tackle made by Iola's Kyle Heisey.
Shows, or some, not shows, some
3rd and 3 from the 8-yard
looks at
line.
when you're down by as much as some of these teams are, and doing something goofy like that. But down 42-8 and showing off your strength with a little push-up. But
maybe he's doing it as like I haven't played well enough. I need to make it up.
Yeah, that could be. Bunk him up the middle.
Bunk him up. Yeah, you're right. Off the left guard, he's going to be close to a first down. Looks like he's going to have it with a gain of 4.
Yeah, and again,
so it'll be first and goal.
Jordan Bunkelman, the ball carrier.
They switch these guys in. They put them in.
Brought down at the 4-yard
They switch
line,
them all around. And Bunkelman, Weisenberger,
Edgar Wildcat.
just as successful as Brewster and Dalkey so far in their time tonight.
Quick update as well. Again, that Wittenberg-Burnhamwood-Stratford game tied up at 21 in quarter number 4. As both chats going back and forth and giving updates on the other game. Big thanks to Barb Nellis giving it on our chat for the update on that one. Handoff up the middle. Weisenberger gets cut down right away. Tackled by Carter Anderson for Iola-Scandinavia defensive lineman. Gain of about 2.
Yeah, Weisenberger had that nice touchdown in the first half.
That beautiful adjustment
there. Just twisting all around, making a nice catch. And Aiden getting some good time here tonight.
Tackled by Bry Hardell.
Weisenberger, the junior, you guys think he might be the guy next year running back. I think this is the future of this team.
Yeah.
A couple of juniors in the backfield. This time, Bunkelman diving for the goal line. And he's in! Touchdown!
Touchdown, Wildcats! Connor Wolf's handoff to Jordan Bunkelman.
So Bunkelman from a yard out.
Yep, up 40 now with 8 minutes to go. So as soon as they kick off the next time, it will be a running clock here. And you would assume, just looking on the other teams in Division 7, that we talked about Iola having a running clock at state championship 2 years ago. You'd assume, obviously, can't assume anything these days, but could rightfully think that Edgar probably would have done this possibly in a state championship as well.
No doubt about it. I think that I don't know where Blackhawk Warren would have been moved up if they would have moved up division with the co-op division, but as the extra point is up, and it's good, and it is 49-8 in favor of Edgar, so we'll take another break. We'll come back. It'll be a running clock when we return. We're back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Jason Zaleski here to tell you that Hewitt's Meat has you covered with simple, easy, and free home delivery. Residents of North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, and Wisconsin get free. That's right. Free delivery on every order from Hewitt'sMeats.com. Choose from bratwurst, wieners, bacon, jerky, sausage, cheeses, ham, snack sticks, gift boxes, and even the popular grillers. With over 50 flavors of bratwurst, Hewitt's Meat with free delivery will please your entire family. Visit the store in Tomahawk, Marshfield, or Hewitt's Meat on Facebook today.
Back here from Edgar. And 21-21 Stratford Wood and Burnhamwood. 10:02 left in that one. But here from Edgar, it is all Wildcats, 49-8 over Iola-Scandinavia. Mike Lemon here with Steve Maves, Trevor Zaleski doing the production for tonight's game here in the mild but not super cold evening.
Yeah.
Here from outside in front of the press box.
Yeah, couldn't have asked for a much better.
No, 41 degrees right now. And also, as we continue, a big thanks also to the Edgar fans. We've talked to a couple of them today. I talked to a couple of them last week. Great atmosphere. Like, even with the social distancing guidelines and the mandates that are going on, the atmosphere here is still top notch.
Yeah, and if you've never been to Edgar for a football game, it's quite the. I mean, it's if you've been to Rochelle, it's kind of the same setup down in a hill. Not as steep as it is at Rochelle, but a good atmosphere here in Edgar. Always, every football year, and we'll see it throughout the basketball season as well coming up.
As Heisey gets to the 30 on the return, Carter Butt makes the tackle as the clock runs with under 8 minutes to play here in quarter number 4.
And crazy to think, we mentioned it, or I've mentioned it a little bit, basketball season coming up, girls basketball starting on Tuesday. We have 4 games coming up for you. We'll get into those in just a minute.
And also hockey not too long after either. We're going to have a full winter slate as Prall's pass caught by Jaworski. And the senior gets out of bounds. He hits the chain gang. He'll gain about 8 on the play. First completion of the second half for Parker Prall that he's thrown.
Parker Prall's pass
Gain of 9.
to Marcus Jaworski.
And it looks like
Gain
the
of
chain
9
gang
on the
is all
play.
good.
Forced out of bounds by
think
Connor Wolf on
the
the play.
stick might have
The yard marker.
nearest one might have broken, but bend it.
Prall again, the out route. Jaworski with the catch. He's got the first down, out of bounds. He gets brought down a little bit late. And that battle's been going on all night. Connor Wolf and Jaworski.
Jaworski, gain of 5 on the play. Pushed out of bounds by Connor
Give him
Wolf.
a gain of 5. Give him a gain of 6.
He got a little help. Did Coach Sins? He was right in the middle of that on the rip out out of bounds. So make sure Coach Sins is all right on the sideline there. Looks like he is right back to the front line.
Pralls fakes the play action. He's going to roll right. Throws it up, and he overthrows. Heisey incomplete on the far sideline as they had a double bracket that time on Jaworski.
Kyle Brewster defending.
Brewster on the coverage that time, but they had Wolf had a little bit of help covering Jaworski on the left side. Again, those two guys have been going at it.
Yeah,
they really have.
I
think
they have from the opening kick.
I think that's what's been drawing the personal fouls. It's been those two guys going right at each other.
Yeah, and
a couple of seniors.
First two completions to Jaworski. Connor Wolf was playing off. That time Wolf right up again. Pressure on Marcus Jaworski, and Jaworski.
Prall to throw, jump pass, intercepted by Dalkey, and he may have 6. And he does have a pick 6 for Edgar. That one went 46 yards or so.
Austin Dalkey with the pick 6 touchdown return.
And just like that, with 5:32 to play, Dalkey strengthens his case for the John Anderson Award with his 4th interception of the season, his first defensive touchdown this season, surprisingly. But now 55-8.
Yeah, and that goes again to even Jaworski and Wolf on the near side. 2 easy passes, and then Prall didn't look back to Jaworski because pressure was put on him by Wolf and had to force one, and Austin Dalkey, easy touchdown.
Snap good, hold good. Kick is up by Wolf, and it is good, making it 56-8. So we'll take another break. We'll be back after this with more of the 4th quarter on Zaleski Sports.
And a good kick by Wolf.
At V&H Automotive, you'll get the best price and best selection on all Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Ram, Dodge, and Jeep models guaranteed. At V&H, our friendly staff is always ready, here to serve you. No pressure, no gimmicks, just great deals, great service, and the best vehicles in central Wisconsin. Come see why our customers rate us number 1.
V&H Automotive, a short drive from anywhere, or visit us at vhautos.com.
Back here at Edgar. And I'll let Steve give us updates throughout the rest of the night. As my phone starts to slow down a little, I'll let you give me updates of scores throughout the area as we continue here in quarter number 4. Edgar in control. 56.
Yeah, it's still 21-21. Stratford, Wittenberg, Burnwood. We'll see if we can get any other updates, maybe an assumption score from Blair Taylor.
Madison Butt tees it up for the Edgar Wildcats.
Go from
Back
there.
to
So
return. Parker Prall and Kyle Heisey for Iola.
So Prall and Heisey back to return, and I wonder if that will be the final play for Austin Dalkey's high school career. He's standing back behind the bench. His helmet is still on, but I mean, for a guy who's been as dominant as he has been defensively for 4 years, there's no better way to wrap up your career than with a pick 6.
Well, and that kind of goes with what Tom Brady, how he ended his career in New England, finishing his career with a pick 6 as a quarterback for the Patriots.
Heisey to return. He'll cut up the right side. He'll get hit and brought down past the 30. But, I mean, I've been comparing it for 2 weeks now. The green number 5 looks like Leo Chanel at Grantsburg.
Yeah.
Chanel had a pick just like that for the Badgers last week.
Yeah, that's true.
And Chanel was the best linebacker in the state of Wisconsin, so, I mean, let's see.
Yeah. We do have one score. Muskego finishing up their 3rd straight undefeated season, 31-7 over Menominee Falls.
Good for Muskego.
Let's see if we can. Rhinelander was up 8-6 on Mosinee at the end of the first quarter. Obviously, that was a long time ago. Mosinee
Prowl
return for a touchdown, 20-14.
Prowl's going to get sacked by Braden Baumgartner. On that one.
With the quarterback sack. Loss of 8 on the play.
They'll mark him with a loss of 7 for Parker Prowl.
For the Thunderbirds from their own 24-yard line.
Other than that,
it's the 5th sack of the game for Edgar. As it looks like most of the starters still out there for Edgar. I mean, I wonder if they will get that moment or if they'll just let the seniors play out and end it on the field. As we're at 4 minutes to play. As Wolf checks out. As we have a whistle and a timeout called. I haven't seen any sort of signal.
Oh. All right. Now we go.
That was a very interesting substitution as well by Edgar, as Shu just walked in and Wolf just walked off.
Yeah, and then Coach Erickson's like,
what just happened?
I don't know.
Prowl in the shotgun, Hardell to his right. Prowl to throw. Now he's got some time. He's going to step out in the pocket. Throws over the middle, incomplete, looking for Caden Judd's coverage on the play.
Pass intended for
by
Caden Judd's
Everett Brame.
Everett Brame defending for the Wildcats.
So in this half, Parker Prowl, 2 of 10 for 15 yards and an interception.
He did have a nice reception, though.
He did. Has Wolf back out there on 3rd and 17. With 3 minutes to play here from Edgar.
And we'll have a whole wrap-up Nason-Fillery post-game show. I'll go down and talk to Coach Sins and Kyle Brewster. Again, the 2 interviews will be in our highlights later on tonight.
Prowl play action is going to roll right, throw it short and incomplete. And it's 4th down.
Prowl's pass falls incomplete, intended for Bry Hardell.
Hardell, the intended receiver, with 2.5 to play. Of course, at this point, might as well 4-down territory. Absolutely.
Up 4th and 17 for the
Thunderbirds. And go out, not literally, but go out swinging.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what you can ask for from Iola-Scandinavia. Again, they had a nice second half adjustment.
And they'll just punt it away. Prowl will send it deep. It's going to take a Thunderbird bounce inside the 30. It'll go to the 25, where it'll be downed with 2:02 to play, and the clock will run.
25-yard line.
And that's going to do it for the seniors.
Yep, they're subbing them all out.
3-yard punt.
Big hugs from Wolf and Knetter. Dalkey walks off the field.
Your Wildcats will be
Brewster not on the field.
25-yard line.
I think the crowd's starting to realize that for the final time, wearing the Edgar green and the pads of the Wildcats, they'll line up in the same formation of offense. This time on the keeper, he's going to roll right, turn the corner, he'll get cut down past the 30. He'll gain about 5. Madison Butt.
Keeper around right end, gain of 6.
They only need to run, I think, one more play.
Parker Prowl
making the tackle after the gain of 4.
Don't know how much time's left in 4:15 to go in Stratford. Wittenberg-Burnhamwood just taking the lead over Stratford on a about 3-yard touchdown pass. So the Chargers looking for the upset over Stratford.
Handoff Carter, Butt number 21. He'll get to the 35 and he'll gain 6, and it'll be close to first down, and that should pretty much do it.
Iola's going to take time out.
And they're going to get their, I think they're going to get their seniors out.
6 yards.
So that'd be quite the upset in Stratford as they beat them 34-6 on their first game.
Timeout on the field called by Iola-Scandinavia.
As
As
Iola takes a timeout, and Marcus Jaworski was walking up near the sideline. He was looking for Drew Gooden.
Yeah, and that just goes to show the competitiveness for all these teams, how much respect each other they all have for each other. Marcus Jaworski coming over, giving a hug to Drew Gooden.
And it's basically saying what happens in the 48 minutes doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, we don't like each other during the game, but at the end, like you said, that respect is there.
Yeah.
And that was and of course, Jaworski and Wolf have been getting into it the entire game. That was a really, really good moment.
Yeah.
Between the two seniors.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, a disappointing end to the season for both teams. Obviously, Edgar wanted to get some revenge, get a state championship. Iola didn't want to go out this way, 56-8. But hugs all around, and Iola another conference championship, and just a good all-around season for everybody. And again, we can't thank you all enough for tuning in, helping us throughout this fall, getting ready for winter sports next week.
Absolutely is. And both teams with their reserve units in. Malta 35, first and 10. Handoff off a right tackle, driving forward to the 40 with the gain of 5. And that should do it. Carry that time by Keegan Hartway.
5 yards for the Wildcats.
And that will do it as the clock runs down. Neither team doesn't need to run a play anymore. So your final score tonight will be Edgar 56 and Iola-Scandinavia 8. The Wildcats get to 9-0 in this 2020 season. We'll take a break. We will come back with your Nasonville Dairy postgame show after these messages on Zaleski Sports.
Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Fine Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com. A&B Process Systems has been a proud member of the Stratford community since 1973. You can find your next career in engineering, welding, and more at A&B Process Systems. Our campus also includes our exclusive Factory Acceptance Testing Center with full-service testing capabilities to ensure that your equipment will perform to your expectations. Visit A&B Process Systems on Facebook today for more information.
Back here at Edgar, 56-8 your final score. The Edgar Wildcats get to 9-0 as Queen plays over the PA. They are the champions as I do some quick final stat crunching. As again, Steve will talk to Coach Sins later on, Kyle Brewster as well for the highlights. Steve, just give us some of your thoughts on what you saw tonight. This is the first time you've seen Edgar this year.
Yeah, first time seeing them live, and they are built for what they are. They're as good as advertised. Obviously, 56-8 came out, stopped Iola's strong offensive presence, and really ran right over them. Kyle Brewster, Austin Dahlke, Connor Wolf, Drew Gooden, again, and then the whole offensive line. You can't give enough credit to that offensive line, defensive line, really stopping Bri Hardell and not giving Parker Pearl a whole lot of time. And just finishing it off with a pick 6 for Austin Dahlke. Kyle Brewster, 3 touchdowns, up to 22 this year, and just an outstanding career for Kyle Brewster and Austin Dahlke. And the 15 seniors for the Edgar Wildcats, just an overly impressive way to finish off their season, and obviously not finishing it out the way that they had hoped, wanting a trip down to Madison to finish it off, but perfectly fitting way, 9-0, finish their high school career here at a place where they started their probably Pee-wee career here at Edgar High School.
Of course, you're listening to the Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily. Go to NasonvilleDairy.com. So, Steve, you will head down to go talk to Coach Sins and to Kyle Brewster. Big thanks to Steve Mays for his color commentary tonight. Take a look at the final numbers for tonight's game. 148 yards of offense for Iola-Scandinavia. Parker Prawl, 8 of 21, 83 yards and a couple of interceptions. Bry Hardell, 1 of 1 for 43 yards passing. Prawl, 9 carries, minus 40 yards. 15 carries for 62 for Bry Hardell as well. Marcus Jaworski led the way receiving-wise with 4 catches for 50 yards. For Edgar, 458 yards of offense in this one. They had an off second half. This thing slowed down a little bit. 3 of 3, 107 yards for Connor Wolf and a touchdown. 19 carries, 167 yards for Brewster and 3 touchdowns. 19 carries, 132 yards and a couple of scores for Dahlke. 5 carries for 16 yards for Dunkelman. For Jordan Bunkelman. 1 carry for 4 yards for Carter Butt. 1 carry for 6 yards for Carter Butt. Butt had 1 carry for 4. 1 carry for 5 yards for Keegan Hartway. Leading receiver, 1 catch, 45 yards for Drew Gooden, but 5 sacks, 1 each for Dahlke, Bauman, Weisenberger, Knetter, and Baumgartner. Interceptions as well from Brewster and the pick 6 by Dahlke. So one more time, Edgar gets to 9-0. Iola-Scandinavia falls to 8-1. The Edgar Wildcats take this one 56-8. That was been your Nasonville Dairy post-game show again for their fresh cheese curds made daily. Head out to NasonvilleDairy.com. For Steve Maves and for Trevor Zaleski doing the production, this is Mike Wellman, everyone. Again, your final score 56-8 as the 9-0 flashes on the scoreboard for the Edgar Wildcats. The Wildcats, another undefeated season. Everyone, thank you for joining us this entire football season, for staying with us, for watching these games. Big thanks to all of our great sponsors as well. And everyone, stay warm, stay safe, enjoy the rest of your Thursday night, and get ready for deer hunting this weekend. Everyone, have a great night, everyone, from all of us right here at Zaleski Sports. Good night.